Hello, everyone, and welcome to our festive Christmas Q&A, where we have a chill Q&A. Just sit back, relax, and talk about biscuits and answer your questions. What more can you want from a live stream? Once again, I'm joined with Luke.
Yes, hello everyone. Happy to be here, as
Yeah,
always.
for our little, I guess, pre-Christmas chat, I guess, really.
Yeah, a non-Big Finish fans for a change. Well, I'm
Yeah,
sure we'll have a bit of discussion there as well with the questions.
yeah, I'm sure we'll have plenty of big finishes to talk about. So I think we've got a little bit of a structure. We're going to answer a few questions, then we'll do our little biscuit tier list, and then back to the questions. So there is sort of a structure there within it. Hopefully,
but not a strict one.
No, it's going to be a laid back one.
Yeah, want to have a bit of a relax for Christmas, don't we?
Yeah, unwind and just have a good old chat with the people who have watched and supported us over the past year.
Yeah, because we've been going through quite a few live streams and like picking up some nice regular viewers, haven't we?
Yeah, which is lovely. And one thing what sort of made me think this would be a good idea to do is that the chat's pretty active, full of questions, and it thought it would be a great way to sort of focus our time and energy on the chat instead of going, we're not ignoring your chat. We will be back with you once we finish a tier list, but it's nice just to solely focus on the chat today. So there we go.
And speaking of the chat, hello Stylish One and hello Clacker the Geek.
Hello everyone, welcome.
Nice to have you with us. And hello to Ben Miller and Brian Smith as well, who left some questions earlier.
We will answer them very soon. So while we wait for a few people to join, what have you been up to, Luke? What have you been doing since our last stream on Sunday?
Not much, just winding down for Christmas, really, and wrapping up all the presents.
Are you a good rapper?
No. It is...
I mean, sing us a tune?
It is more stressful than a week at work, to be honest.
Blimey.
Not a fan of rapping.
Yeah, it's not a good thing to do.
No. I've had little circular tins of sweets to wrap up for my granddad, and I mean, hopefully he's not listening to this. I can't imagine he would be.
I mean, he might be a fan.
You never know.
I mean, I will make a little plea. We are 9 subs away from 2K. It would be lovely to reach 2K on this live stream. So if you're not subscribed, please subscribe. It will make our Christmas. So carry on with your rapping.
That'd be a great little present, wouldn't it?
That would be a nice present.
But yeah, wrapping up circular items or cylindrical items, technically. It's not a 2D shape. Not fun. Wrapping up anything's not fun for me, to be honest. But yeah, that was
unwrapping. Great.
Yeah, that's easy enough to do. And hopefully get to do that in a couple of days.
Unwrapping this. Very nice.
Yeah.
That's season 17. Have you dived into it?
I have a little bit. I've done the first 2 episodes of Destiny with the new sound mix where they've got the music from the Daleks, the original Dalek story.
Okay.
And it works surprisingly well. It does suit it. And I think it's nice how the same music that they used for episode 1 of the Daleks cliffhanger, where Barbara's up against the wall, they use that for Romana in the episode 1 cliffhanger, which, it suits it very well and works very well as a callback to that. So, yeah, I do rate that. It's only a couple of little bits here and there. It's not full on throughout the story, but it adds a nice bit of atmosphere to it that was lacking on the original. So, yeah, that's been a joy. And then Behind the Sofa as well. I did the first episode of that. Again, Destiny. So yeah, getting to watch Matthew Waterhouse spout off all his knowledge about the series and Colin Baker sitting there not caring whatsoever about all these facts.
I'm there for the money.
But yeah, it's not too bad a start for the Behind the Sofa. It's not one of my favourites, but
I think it's an odd bunch, really.
I think sometimes it is throwing things at a wall and seeing what sticks, and sometimes it sticks really well, like Wendy, Janet, and Sarah on 18.
Yeah, but that's a really good pair. Well, trio.
Yeah, but here it sort of feels like Tom didn't want to do it. Let's grab whoever we can. Oh, we've grabbed the wrong baker who did.
Yeah, because you've not even got John Leeson, because I think, is it David Briley did K9's voice in that
Yeah.
season? So you can't even put him on there.
No. I mean, I
so
suppose you got a different doctor watching another doctor, so why not get a different K9 to watch one? But yeah,
I mean, I
it's
feel
nice.
like that should be a main staple of like the behind the sofas going forward. Have a different doctor.
Yeah, definitely. It adds a lot seeing them watch another
I think
doctor
that's
series.
why season 24 works so well, because you got the 80s doctors, really, bar Tom, watching the last Doctor of Classic Who.
Yeah, especially for Colin, where he was fired, so never watched this stuff. Rather fairly, I say, on him. Fairly him not watching that stuff, not fairly that he got fired. Just to clarify.
I mean, that's all your opinion, whether you think he should have.
Who knows? But yeah, I think it's interesting to see him watch that for the first time. What would have been stories for him, I guess, if he hadn't been. So that's always curious. And then Peter, who's a bit more removed from it.
Oh no! Can I play the video? Can I
You'd
play
go
the
for
video?
it. Oh, we still got saved.
I don't know if it'll work, but I'll play it.
Oh, that's terrible.
There we go. Oh, you've muted now.
There we go. Did it work? I couldn't see.
Yeah, it worked.
There we go.
That was a joy on 24.
There we go.
But yeah, how about you? How have you been finding season 17?
I've done the new making of Destiny of the Daleks, which was actually really good. It was nice to have new Tom. Because I swear there was a new Tom Baker interview on this, actually.
It wouldn't surprise me.
But I went through like the booklet and I was like, I couldn't see it. So unless it's like hidden somewhere. But it was nice having him, because he like did some little recreations of like Genesis, of him blowing up the Daleks, and some really nice little anecdotes within that. And it's great to have a bit more David Goodison, actually, because I was surprised Destiny didn't have a making of.
Yeah, that surprises me, actually. Like,
Do you think it's a Dalek story? It would get a making of.
Yeah, that's definitely something. It's like one of those, but where the memory cheats a bit, doesn't it? You assume that you have seen a making of there for it, but yeah, I guess not. One of the weird little tidbits I saw in the booklet, actually, was that the quarry that was used for Destiny has recently been used for the Andor TV series, the new Star Wars spin-off.
That's interesting.
Weird seeing. It's weird seeing something about that written in a Doctor Who booklet.
I wonder if you recognise it when you watch it, whether you go, "Oh, that's what the TARDIS was."
Maybe. I feel like they'll CGI it up quite a bit, though.
I feel like it's a good base for Star Wars. I mean, it could be literally a base.
I think it was an ex-RAF base, also like testing zone or something. I can't quite remember, but yeah, certainly.
It's definitely a quarry. I didn't realise it was by the sea.
Is it?
But, yeah, because like they literally showed where it was filmed, and it's literally on like a coast.
Because I know they used it for Underwater Menace. So yeah. Oh yeah, I guess Underwater Menace does have actual location filming at the sea, doesn't it? So
yeah, so it makes sense.
Yeah, I think
I was just a little bit like, wow.
No, because we don't have episodes 1 and 4 of that. I was sort of racking my brain thinking, do we actually see the sea, or is that a like, blow up in the background or whatever that they sometimes do?
You never know.
But yeah, certainly I knew that same location was used for. But yeah, it's funny how they get a lot out of these different places, don't they?
Yeah, they do. I mean, it's amazing how they can shoot a quarry in so many different ways and it feel new and exciting. Because have you seen the Behind the Sofa Destiny?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was amazing how like Graham Harper picked up on like the shots, and I never really thought how Destiny was directed as a story. And now like having like Graham Harper's, I was like, oh, actually, that's a really interesting shot.
Yeah, it's really well directed. Having watched the because I watched the Behind the Sofa first, and then went into the 2 episodes. And so, yeah, was quite aware of the directing on it for a change. I think maybe because of the cheapness of a lot of the sets and such, it's sort of, you're not looking at the way it's shot, you're looking at what it looks like. But actually, it is quite a well-directed story.
Yeah, I think it's good. And I hate people bashing the cheap Daleks because I think it works for the story. For me,
Yeah, I suppose it
I
makes
don't know if you
sense
agree.
I think they could have done with looking a little less cheap, because it looks less like they're battle worn and looks more like they have been stuck in a storage cupboard for a while.
I mean, they did get a new lick of paint because most of them are
Yeah.
like a lighter grey, aren't they? Compared, like the leader Dalek's like more akin to like a Genesis Dalek.
I mean, apparently they got the new lick of paint and everything, and then they got a bit battered on location.
Yeah.
So by the time they got into studio, they were back to looking pretty much how they were when they got out of the cupboard, sadly.
Oh. Hopefully they look after the Daleks now. They're worth a fortune, those Daleks.
Yeah. Yes. It is weird seeing like how much less of a budget Graham Williams had, because he has been like when you read the booklet, there is talk about how he had about a third of the budget that Philip Hinchcliffe was working with. I think due to interest rates and stuff going on at that time, and also just generally BBC just saying, nah, you can make this with less. We got to have cuts somewhere. So I suppose that's if the viewer figures are doing all right and you look cheap, why throw more money at it?
I mean, City of Death, I think, isn't it one of the highest viewed episode? Well, whatever you want to class it as.
Episode and story overall, I think. And they still did quite well.
Granted, there was a strike, which probably aided it, but still.
Yeah, ITV was off the air, so people had no choice but to watch that.
I mean, what a story. Story to watch. I mean, I guess since we're talking about season 17 and the collection, should we dive into like one of our first questions?
Let's go for it.
So, from Greg Links, favorite Doctor Who collection set?
Have you got one prepared, or
no? This is. I guess we're sort of talking out and discuss which is the best one. I would you include like stories as well, like as the most solid set you can get, or are we talking like bonus feature or?
Because it depends what angle you're coming at it from. Because if this is your first time properly collecting Classic Who, and you don't have many DVDs, then those stories are the main drawing point for you. But then you've also got a bunch of new special features. Whereas if you're coming at it like we are, we've got most of these stories, if not all of them, before on DVD. So we are drawn a bit more to the special features, but also we're getting it regardless because we've started this collection now. We can't have an awkward gap in it.
We're too deep in it now. We've got to get all the limited ones.
Yeah. So I suppose ultimately it's a mix of both, really, isn't it?
Because I feel like season 19's probably got the most new content, I feel. Like it's got loads of making ofs what have been added.
And extended as well.
But it's not my favourite season they've done.
No. I mean, season 14's a very solid season. But I don't know if it has the extras there. Like, new special effects on Talons isn't one of my favourite updated special effects. Like, is it going back to 19? Castrovalva's got amazing updated special effects.
It blends in, doesn't it?
Yeah. The Terror of the Autons, the way they've done that up,
that's very good.
Very nice. Yeah, like that feels very fresh.
Like it pays sort of homage to what they probably wanted to do, like the Time Warrior special edition, well, like updated special effects. And I guess it sort of honors the Target one as well, like with the octopus in the sky. That's great. Benestine.
Yeah. And I think just all the CSO work as well, how they've cleaned that up, looks seamless. Really does. It's very much like how it was originally envisioned,
Hmm.
and then reaching that point rather than settling for what they had to settle for just because the limitations of technology at the time.
Yeah. I mean, I think season 8 has been drastically cleaned up, so I feel like season 8's a contender because you've got a solid season. Picture quality has been vastly improved. And I think the problem with the Pertwee stuff is most of it's been well documented in the DVD line.
Yeah, like a lot of his DVDs are
Quite
two-disc
late on.
ones.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they were quite late on, and most of them got special editions if they had like an early release.
Yeah, he must have the most special editions of any Doctor.
I mean, he deserves it.
Yeah, I mean, Spearhead's got God knows how many releases.
You see, people say Sharda, oh, another version of Sharda. I've probably got more Spared and Spaces than I have Sharda.
Yeah, and we're gonna get another one with the season 7 Blu-ray collection.
We'll probably get multiple cuts. We get like the omnibus version, like the VHS
Yeah.
cut of it, and then we'll probably get the traditional edit of it.
I think that'll look interesting, actually. Like with it all very nicely done up on film, edited together like a film.
Oh, that'd be interesting, wouldn't it? That'd be really cool.
So yeah, there's Spearhead Special Edition, Inferno Special Edition, Claws Maxwell Special Edition. I think season 9 is all clear, actually, isn't it?
Special edition wise, yeah, I think.
Yeah.
Well, you've got Day of the Daleks, but that's not really special edition. That's more of an updated.
Yeah, that's like a
it.
special. Yeah, it's only one DVD release, but
Yeah.
it's got like a special version of it. Three Doctors and Carnival and Green Death got a new one.
Then season 11's all clear.
Yeah, maybe not as many as I thought then, actually.
But it's still a fair chunk.
Yeah,
really.
fair chunk. Yeah, I suppose it's like that early on, especially season 7, like Inferno. A lot of it needed cleaning up, didn't it?
Mm.
And
Yeah, it did.
As technology progressed, they could get that better and better. And it's going to be interesting to see how much better still it can be on Blu-ray.
Yeah, it makes me feel like they'll leave season 7 probably to be the last Pertwee one. Because I think it's a belter of a season.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like season 7 and season 13 are probably going to be the last ones in the collection line. They're going to keep you waiting for those two.
Oh, yeah, 13, definitely.
13 will probably be the one that closes it, I feel. That will be the last ever one.
Yeah.
Until we get the new series.
I suppose it also depends on how they're doing the black and white seasons.
Yeah, I've heard rumour that season 2 is supposedly in the works. Because I think Peter Purvis said that he's recorded extras with Caroline and Maureen. So I feel like that could be a potential next year. Because I think season 22, that's technically leaked from an image.
Is it?
Yeah, well, we've got Colin in the Necros morning gear, haven't
Oh,
we?
22, sorry. Yeah, I know you. I thought you said season 2 was leaked from
No.
Yeah, 22
is
is looking to be up next, it feels like. But yeah, certainly season 2, only 2 episodes of the Crusades missing. That one would be the easiest to put out there.
And then season 20, that's been on the cards for so long. So I feel like that could be next year's Blu-ray output, which fine. But I guess going back to the question, what's the best collection box then?
Yeah, we sort of...
yeah, we've meandered away around it.
Yeah. Take about 10 minutes answering one question. That's a promising start.
But you're getting a good answer, hopefully. Season 12 is really solid. I feel like that's a good one because it was the first ever one. You've got new special features, so yeah.
I feel like they've expanded their technique since then, though. Since that was sort of like the baseline, wasn't it? And it was a very good start. I think it also made perfect sense to be the first one because of how each story flows into the next.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm just going to go 8 for now as the best. But yeah, certainly there's been a lot of good ones.
Do you know, I might go season 14 because you've got the beautiful documentary about Elizabeth Sladen and everyone loves Sarah Jane, and the behind the sofa is very interested. So I'd go season 14. I think my favorite cover is season 8. I think that's definitely my favorite cover.
Yeah, that is a banger of a cover.
I mean, they're all good covers, but I think season 8 for me is the one I'd like to get framed and on the wall.
Stylish one said the new Blu-ray edit of Sharda removes the pre-credit sequence and puts it after the opening credits. It's the most faithful version. That's good to hear.
I'm going to be interested to see. Well, yeah, to see the new Shard, to see how it works as a 6-parter. So I think that was our main criticism with that animation. It was like, oh, I don't really want to sit through all that.
I certainly was tempted to skip straight to that first, but I thought, no, I'll go Destiny instead. I'll go through it in order.
That'd be an interesting one. Where else are we in the chat? I'm just seeing if I can find any link into the old collection box sets.
Oh, hello, Pained Cyberman.
Hello, Pained Cyberman. Welcome to join. Thank you for joining us.
All right. And hello, Mr. Boncactus. Evening, lads.
Hello.
I've got 12 ducks in my room, and one of them is called Barry from Barry. Hello to Barry from Barry.
God, there's another duck. Join the duck gang. Where are we in the order? Thoughts on the different extended versions of stories from season 23, 24, and 26, and hopes for extended edits of season 25 stories. You've dived into the extended trial, haven't you?
Yeah, I did do the whole of trial, and it definitely improves it a fair bit, I would say. But yeah, I haven't really dived into any of the yellow extended ones, and I'm not sure because I know Remembrance, the DVD for that, has some of the deleted scenes on there. I don't remember any of them being too consequential.
Yeah.
Well, I think Remembrance works very well as it is. I wouldn't be opposed to an extended cut just because you can always... That original version is still there, so it's not taken away from that. Yeah, how about you?
I've only watched the extended Time in the Rani, which I think works quite well because you actually get sort of a regeneration scene because you actually get the TARDIS being shot down, and it leads quite nicely into the classic "Leave the girl, it's the man I want" bit, which is great. And for the most part, the extended cuts, you can notice where it is because like the quality is a little bit different. But for the most part, I think that it's a nice option to have. I'm glad that we have it. I don't feel like it will be a default version for me to go for. I feel like if I fancy watching it, I can. But it's nice to have that option, I think. And it proves why the collection sets are like the definitive item for like Doctor Who collectors, really.
Yeah, I think that's very much what they're going for with this, isn't it? It
does feel like a little archive, doesn't it? Like you look at that and you think, yeah, that's the archive of season 17, like in this box. It's crazy. I mean, let alone all the PDF material, what we get within it.
Yeah, I mean, have you ever dived into any of that?
I don't have a Blu-ray drive for my laptop, so I can't really see it. It's a bit of a shame.
Yeah, I can't say I have. I don't know if mine would work either. I haven't really looked into the...
If there's an extended version of Time in the Rani, yes, there is. There's a whole extended version of season 24. I know. We live in a crazy time. I highly recommend the extended version of Ghostlight to anyone, as it makes a lot more sense and makes the story better. Oh, yeah, that's the work print, isn't it? That's one I've been meaning to.
I can definitely see that helping because Ghostlight really does suffer from being cut down.
So I'll finish the questions from the community tab, and then we'll dive into chat questions.
Yeah, I think there has been it sounds good. Been a little bit of discussion in chat from Mr. Boncactus and Pain Cybermen about the creepy doll from Terror of the Autons, sort of going back to our
very
season 8
creepy
chat. That is, and it gets CGI'd to be even more creepy.
It works really well.
Yeah.
All right, so finishing off the questions from the community tab. So we've got the stylish ones. Thank you, stylish one, for your questions. Really appreciate the support we've had over the past year. Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
So the stylish one questions are you either a fan of the MCU?
I think I am. I think you're not so much, are you?
No, I've not. I've sort of no. I can't get invested in it. Be
I
honest,
think
sorry.
you've skimmed the surface, but
I've skimmed it.
I think I was watching before this actually the finale of Hawkeye, the new Disney Plus series. I think they seem to struggle with their finales at the moment on the Disney Plus, at least the Marvel shows. I think both Mandalorian finales have done a good job.
Mandalorian's great.
Yeah.
I look forward to
Boba Fett
Boba
next
Fett.
week. Yeah.
That's exciting.
Yeah, he's more of a Star Wars than an MCU.
Yeah, I'm more into that.
To be fair, so am I.
So stylish one's next question is favorite Big Finish covers from 2021.
I mean, Diary of a Song Series 9 stands out.
Shame about the box set, but yeah, very good cover. I think Time Jack's a great cover, actually. It's just nice having Capaldi on the cover.
Yeah. I mean, Dalek Universe 3 and like the individual covers for that are bangers.
I love Dalek Universe 2 because it's like for deaf Daleks. I'm like, wow, they're actually being used on a cover. So if I just have a little look at some covers as well, just to refresh.
Skipping back through the year, seeing.
I love the sort of painted style of like the War Doctor stuff and like Scourge of a Cyberman. I love that cover.
Oh yeah, Scourge is definitely a good one. Let's say Secrets of Death's End. That's a pretty nice one.
That's nice. I like Return of the Cybermen. That's a nice cover.
Ooh, speaking of good covers, not great stories, God of Phantoms.
Yeah,
I do still like that cover. That's the best of the range, I'd say.
Third Doctor Volume 7, all round solid. Solid one.
Out of Time 2. No, we're just listing off covers.
Yeah, we're just listing off covers.
There you go, I think.
Yeah, that's a good one to say that one.
Yeah. And also, all the individual covers for the Fourth Doctor Adventures that year are great.
Day of the Comet, I like. That's probably my favourite of that bunch.
Yeah, there we go. Thoughts? Oh no, most disappointing and most surprising 2021 Big Finish releases. I mean, we've mentioned one of them just a second ago, but I'll let you take it away. For
disappointing?
Yeah, I think we've both agreed on this.
We're on the same page with this one. I think River Song Series 9.
Yeah, that was the one we were most hyped up for and then most let down by. Honourable mention to God of Phantoms, I suppose, because we weren't as hyped up for that. I think there was a bit of once bitten, twice shy with that. We knew not to get too excited, but nevertheless we did, and then we're very disappointed. But yeah,
I feel like with Philip Hinchcliffe, we sort of know what we're getting ourselves in for, yet we still buy them.
Yeah, I'd say River Song's better than Hinchcliffe at least.
Yeah,
but we were more hyped for that, so it let us down more.
Thoughts on Scratchman? Oh no, sorry, we've missed surprising release. Sorry, I'm jumping the gun.
We've both done it now.
Oh yeah, surprising. A surprising release.
None really jump out at me. Maybe Scourge of the Cybermen, actually.
Yeah, that's a good shout.
Yeah.
I feel tempted to say Unit Nemesis.
Oh.
Because I'm not a big fan of the Unit stuff. But yeah, I got that box set because the curator. And I'm really liking it. I think that it's really good. And maybe because like there's been time distance from the Unit stuff. And then we had Flux with Kate, and I was like, wow, this has come at a great time.
Yeah.
And
how far through are you now?
I finished 2 of the stories. It's the best use of the 11 in a long time.
Well, that's good.
I genuinely, like, after listening to the 11, I was like, I'm really fed up of the character. Like I love Mark, Bonner, but I was like, oh no. But then I listened to that, I was like, that's actually they're doing something good with the 11 in that. I vibe with it. So I'd say that for me.
Yeah, I would say Scourge for me. And thoughts on Scratchman? I've not read it or listened to it. How about? I think you've dived in, haven't you?
I've
Did you
dived
ever
into
finish
it.
it?
No, I'm terrible at reading books, and I never finish it.
So,
Because I think my problem is when I get a book, I start reading it, and then Big Finish will drop like one of the big hitters. I'm like, oh, I've got to listen to that, and then I sort of put the book aside.
yeah, you just never get back. And then eventually it's been so long that you can't pick up where you left off. You'd have to start again. But you don't want to start again, so the book never gets
finished. But I love Scratchman from what I read. I love the bits of like the scarecrows. That was one, and it's such a interesting how it's sort of the Doctor telling a story. Like it's done in a I feel like is it done in third person or something like that? It's very interesting.
I think
how
first
Tom wrote
person
it.
is
Yeah, first person. Yeah, first person. It's really interesting format, and you can definitely Tom wrote it. It's got a lot of Tomisms in there, which is great.
Makes sense with him reading the audiobook as well.
That's what makes me feel tempted to get the audiobook because it's Tom,
Yeah.
But yeah, Scratchman I enjoyed from what bits I've read of it. Should get around to finishing it.
We're just checking the chat. Stylish One's just saying that Scratchman would definitely work for a adaptation.
I mean, I think we could
novel adaptations.
I think we could actually, because we've got the season 12 team now, so let's get on it, Big Finish.
Yeah, and I know they say about novel adaptations not selling that well, but I feel like this would be an exception to that, like a Fourth Doctor story written by Tom Baker.
If they did that Lung Barrow and like The Dying Days, they would sell incredibly well. Because everybody wants McGann. Everyone wants to experience Lung Barrow in some capacity. It makes perfect sense. Just do those stories.
Imagine if they used the house from Flux on the Lung Barrow cover.
Oh, that would melt people's
Just to mess.
No.
Oh dear. Thoughts on Year of Martha box set?
I've got it. I've not listened to it yet.
I've not got it, and unsurprisingly from that, I've not listened to it yet.
Didn't you listen to the teaser of it, like the excerpt?
No, I haven't listened to the excerpt actually. So I probably should do because it's free. So
might as well make the most of it.
Yeah, just got other stuff to listen to first.
Like War Doctor and Stranded, is it for you?
Yeah, I've done Red List now, so I've got all my Torchwood out.
Oh, how was that? How was that?
That was a pretty good one, I'd say. Not as good as Crown or Grey Mare, but I had a good time with it. I think so.
Does it recommend?
Yeah, I'd recommend.
Okay, I might have to pick it up then.
Yeah. It is very much all stuck in the hotel room, and certainly some interesting mysteries going on there. And I think the two characters work very well together, Ace and Mr. Colchester.
Mm-hmm.
So, even get some references to Journey's End in there.
Okay, that's interesting.
And I think it's one of the few times in Torchwood where the Doctor's name is outright dropped.
Jeez. Will you be getting Fourth Doctor Series 11? And are you happy we'll still be getting individual covers? The cover designer confirmed this on Twitter, presumably in the similar vein of Gallifrey Time War 1.
Yes and yes.
Yeah, we're too deep in the Fourth Doctor stuff.
Yeah.
So
we've discussed the controversy in our previous live stream, so we don't want to go into that here and spoil Christmas.
Yeah, spoil Christmas. This is festive cheer. Yeah, thank you, Stylish One, for those questions. We shall answer some more in a minute. Tom Garb, 5 best music albums.
I'm not really into music enough to answer that one. How about you?
I see. It's kind of like select songs from like albums. What I like, but I like Bastille. I like Bad Blood. That's a good album. And anything Mumford and Sons, to be honest, they have banging albums for me. Maybe because I'm a Shire person and they sound like they're from the Shire, so I'll take that. Maybe that's natural bias.
Local pride.
Local pride. There we go.
Yeah.
He also asked, "What are your hopes for the first and second Doctor Big Finish box sets next year?"
I suppose second Doctor, either Fraser or a good recast in there. I think that's sort of like that's the one we have a few details on, but still feels like we know very little about. It's like an unknown quantity.
Nick and is it Mark Wright are working on that together?
Yeah, they're writing the first story. And then, Mark Wright's the producer and Nick's the script editor on that going forward. So,
do you feel like it's going to be one big story or like 4 individuals? Do you think?
I think it's a 3-disc one, so I can't see them squeezing 4 on there. I think it might be like a 4-parter and a 2-parter for the first set.
Yeah, that would make sense.
First Doctor. I mean, we're pretty certain we're getting Dodo in this one. Lauren Cornelius and presumably David Bradley together. Again, Mark Wright producing and script editing this time as well. So
okay, I'd quite like to know the ending of the Hollow Crown. I'd like to know.
Yeah,
where that
feel like
goes.
we're gonna have to wait a while for that.
Ben Miller, I'm hoping Chris Walker Thompson voices a second Doctor in the upcoming second Doctor box set.
I'd prefer not, to be honest.
I feel like I prefer Fraser, to be honest.
Yeah, I think if you're gonna get Chris Walker, I'd just prefer go Fraser. Like he's already working for him.
Yeah, and it's cheaper probably.
Yeah,
you're getting 2 for 1.
With this though, post War Games, presumably no Jamie doing that.
Well, 2 Doctors is definitely season 6B, isn't it?
Well, I got the black hole now to explain that one. It's just 5 Doctors that doesn't quite work.
I feel like season 6B's explained in that. Don't know. It's a weird one, season 6B.
Yeah. But yeah, certainly this is going for a different explanation for that. I think they're having their own take on it rather than taking what's already been done.
See, like my understanding was that the second Doctor was like, "Oh, you've got to do these missions now," and he's like, "Oh no, I need a companion," so brings back Jamie. I think that's my understanding of how sort of Jamie came back, really.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind getting someone like Anne Travis in there as a companion because they get along very well in.
Yeah, was it like a love interest or something? Travis was like, "Oh, let's play like a boyfriend and girlfriend."
Yeah, I think Troughton was very keen on either Anne or
he was
Astrid.
very keen.
Yeah, he certainly wanted something there, but I think it would be nice to reunite. Maybe like have the first story be them and get Travis back as well, and then have her go off on the TARDIS at the end or whatever. It depends what they're doing really with it.
Yeah,
like you might get a Time Lord companion, keep him on the straight and narrow.
Yeah, that'd be interesting.
Yeah, I think it's just want details on that to find out what's going on with it.
Yeah, it's like you can't get fully excited and invested in it yet. Like we've got the title, Beyond the War Games. I think that was the one what everyone was excited about because oh my god, it's Beyond the War Games. But now it's sort of been pushed aside at the minute. Yeah. It's starting to get details of like 3rd Doctor, 7th Doctor, and 6th Doctor now.
Yeah, I suppose also, it's interesting that the 1st and 2nd Doctor, it's only 1 each next year. Like all the other Doctors are getting 2 box sets, even 3rd Doctor, who's also a recast. So
yeah,
I wonder what that's all about and if they will start to get more of an even treatment next year. the year after next.
Yeah. It'd be interesting to see because I don't feel like I've missed the monthly range as much as I thought I would.
No.
I feel like this year we've been treated with Ninth Doctor, Dalek Universe. I feel like there's been enough to
It's
make
like
us
regular,
forget.
regular releases, isn't it?
It's more of a case if it's thrown like when the main range was coming out, we had like a little schedule in our heads going, all right, that will come out this day. But now the schedule's sort of all over the place, so you can't predict what's going to drop now. Which I guess is
that's
exciting.
Yeah. But yeah, as for First Doctor Adventures, I think if it is just Dodo and it's just those two, I'd like 3 two-parters. Yeah, just to like expand that format a bit more and give us some shorter stories for the First Doctor. I think that'd be interesting.
Would you do like historical, sci-fi, and then maybe like a contemporary, maybe?
Yeah, I think that'd be good. Like, have it be 60s, I suppose, or
I think
Dodo.
that's the joy of the War Machines, isn't it? 'Cause it's like Hartnell in contemporary London.
Yeah, I suppose you could go contemporary and have it be a sci-fi threat. So that even though it's 60s and set in the past, you can then set that apart from another historical that you do and have that be a pure historical, and then round it off with a regular sci-fi story set in the far future.
I think that'd be a nice little blend, actually.
Yeah. Maybe even throw Ford in there or something.
That'd be interesting. Maybe bring like a returning... Yeah, that'd be nice.
Because I feel like in terms of returning villains for the 60s, there aren't really too many, so Vord would be one of them. Can't really do the Daleks with Dodo, because you've got that whole line at the start of War Machines. Yes, you never met them, did you, child? I pray you never will. And then she decides
Big Finish
maybe that's what
will
scared
find
her
a
off.
way.
That's true. She'll bump her head on the TARDIS console after the story.
Exactly. You can never tell. If Big Finish can find a gap, they will plug.
I mean, maybe like the story gets reset, and so the Doctor remembers encountering them, but Dodo doesn't, and he just like chooses. So when he says, yes, you never met them, child, it's because they did meet, but then that got wiped from history. So he's like, yes, I forgot that little timey-wimey shit happened. Sorry, Dodo.
Now go now.
Yes, go off into the countryside. Abandon me. Take you all around time and space.
I'm a frail old man. I've only got a few stories left before I die. Please comfort me. Right. Shall we look into the chat sort of questions now, shall we?
Yes.
Yeah, let's dive out, and then we'll do some
one more,
biscuits.
but we've already done that one.
Yeah. We've blasted through that.
Yeah. Hello, Demon Ruler.
Hello.
Is that a deliberate pun with hell at first there?
See, this is why Luke stays around. He makes intelligent points.
Analyze the chat.
Analyzes the chat. Brian Smith, added shortbread sounds nice. Looking forward to the stream. Hopefully, Brian, you're enjoying the stream and enjoying us just waffle and just chill.
Pain Cybermen, Dark Eyes, Doom Coalition, Ravenous or Stranded?
I'd
go Ravenous. I feel like as an overall piece, that one.
Yeah, I'd have to agree. Like, I love Dark Eyes because I feel like that was like the big exciting thing as we jumped into Big Finish, wasn't it? But after the first box set, it does go downhill. So I think Ravenous is your best solid set of stories, I think, probably. So yeah, I'd agree. I'd agree with that.
And I think Stranded, it's hard to say at the moment. I've only listened to 2 out of 4, and we've only got 3 out of 4 out. So.
Ben Miller, are you excited to have Russell T Davies back in the showrunner's chair?
Oh.
We've not talked about this actually on stream. We've not talked about this. No, we've not.
I suppose maybe we've had like little conversations about, because surely while we were talking about things like Mind of the Hodiak, this would have come up. But yeah, I suppose we never. I think maybe we were busy around the time that it happened. And so by the time we got to talking, we were late to the party, so we never really gave our full thoughts.
Yeah.
But yeah, certainly exciting times, isn't it?
It sort of, undercuts Jodie because you're like, well, I know the good stuff's coming. Like, no disrespect to Jodie, because I really enjoyed Flux. I think we both enjoyed Flux, really, like Chibnall standards. I think we really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
And I'm quite excited for either of the Daleks. But yeah, the Russell stuff, I did have a bit of a, I wouldn't say negative reaction. I guess that's just the natural Doctor Who reaction, Doctor Who fan reaction, where you think we've had Russell as a show runner. We know his vision, but I feel like he's a very different writer to what he was in 2005. And I think
he's
a part
evolved
of
a lot.
yeah, and especially like watching it to Sid, he's telling the TV he wants to make now, really, instead of being told that you must make this. But I feel like I wanted somebody new to have like a new vision, but I feel like from what Russell's been saying on like the Radio Times and that he's like Doctor Who needs like a cinematic streaming platform like Marvel and Disney Plus, and that whole we in that has such a big grander meaning now that it's actually Bad Wolf now, and Sony are behind it. Doctor Who's going to look so good. I mean, Chibnall's era, some of the best cinematography in the show's history, but having that extra weight behind it, it's going to be one of the most make or break things in a way, having that backing behind it.
Yeah, I think he's the right person to reinvigorate the show and relaunch it, and then hopefully there he can hand the reins off, and it'll be in safe hands, and then we can get another new vision, like not necessarily on the lines that Russell laid down, like not constricted by him, but sort of if we have got this more expanded universe approach, then they'll be able to continue that on in that same sense. Because yeah, with the passing of Liz Sladen and Torchwood, I think going a bit by the wayside, that all sort of died in Moffat's era, didn't it? Sadly, like the groundwork was there. Russell had this going on, and also hopefully with this, Russell won't overwork himself.
Yeah,
If he does get some spin-offs going, he will be able to then hand them over to other people, and then maybe when he is done with Doctor Who, he'll still stick around on some of the other spin-offs and oversee it in maybe more of like a Kevin Feige sort of sense, where he's not in charge of one specific thing, but he's watching over the whole MCU. Have it be Russell's looking over the whole Doctor Who stuff, but individual creators still get to do their own thing. I suppose sort of more like what Nick does with Big Finish.
Yeah.
Or maybe Jason Haig Ellery's the better comparison there. But
I mean, it really is exciting times because Russell was the person who got a whole generation of fans into the show, got me into the show. So it's really nice to have him back and see what he will do. Because I attended a Q&A with him back in April, and somebody asked him, if you were to do Doctor Who now, what would it look like? And he said, I've only got one form of Doctor Who. That's a lie, Russell, because you're coming back to do another run. So it makes me excited to see what else he will do, because I feel like he'll still ground it. I still feel like it'd be very kitchen sink drama, but I feel like I'm just excited to know what it will look like. I think that's the exciting thing.
And I also think kitchen sink of 2021 or 2023 it'll be by then is very different to the kitchen sink of 2005. Like the world's changed quite a bit, and I feel Russell will keep up with that change. Like, especially hearing some of his comments on the Tory party recently, you know he is going to go hard on them with some political satire in there, and I cannot wait for that.
Yeah.
And yeah, also
we're gonna have like a new version of the Slovenes.
Maybe. Blonde, messy hair.
Well, Boris Johnson is an Auton apparently, because he did write that Rose prelude, didn't he? And he literally said Boris Johnson's an Auton.
Oh,
there you go.
There we go. But yeah, I think it's very exciting to see what Russell will do.
Like the whole 60th anniversary as well. That's going to be so strange.
That's going to be intriguing. But he wants to come back as well, which I think is the exciting thing. It's not like he's been dragged back and no one else can do it. He is very much doing this because he wants to. He has a vision. He has something he wants to execute. And so I'm excited to see what that is, because it does seem like if the work schedule wasn't as heavy on him back in 2008 and 9, he maybe would have stayed on a bit longer. But Yeah, certainly. Now, hopefully, TV's changed enough because we know we're getting less episodes a year, and sometimes not even a series every year. And so hopefully it's less grueling work for him to do. It's still going to be very hard. Like from what we've heard from Chris Chibnall, it's far from easy work, but hopefully it is less grueling work than it was in 2008.
I mean, he's delivered scripts, hasn't he? Like an article come out today, but he's handed in some Series 14 scripts.
He's got a bit of a head start on him at least.
So somewhere out there, people are reading the next version of Doctor Who, which is so exciting.
Yeah, it's nice to know now that it's not only we've got this name attached, we know that it's beginning, it's in the works.
Yeah, I always find that so strange. Like people like complain about viewing figures for like Flux. I'm like, we know the show's continuing. The show's got life after Chibnall. We've got Russell. Don't worry.
Yeah, it is both safe and also very out there at the same time.
I think that's the best way to describe it. Safe pair of hands.
But it's not like safe as in we're just going to be getting the same shit again.
Oh yeah, it's not going to be like meat and potatoes Doctor Who. It's going to be meat and potato Doctor Who for 2023.
Yeah.
Because I feel like the 60th anniversary will probably be the most unanniversary special out there. Personally.
Yeah, especially with introducing a new Doctor, presumably.
I don't think we'll get the new Doctor.
Oh, really?
I feel like it's too much of a bold thing because I feel like as fans we have for anniversaries we want our old Doctors. It just feels a little bit wrong to sort of sideline. Hey, here's your new Doctor, but there's David Tennant. We don't want Tennant to overshadow another Doctor's era straight from the off with like Jodie, really.
Yeah, and we know now definitively that anniversary special will be the first episode. So
of Russell's.
I mean, it could just be that this first episode is going to be just that, a post-generation story of this new Doctor.
Yeah.
It might not even feature any old Doctors, even though it is an anniversary special. I feel like with Russell, I'd be okay with that. I think, especially when Big Finish is going to be giving us goodness knows how many Doctors altogether. Eccleston probably involved in there as well. So I think we're getting that there at least. It would be nice to get something on screen as well. Either way, I'm happy, really. It's just all down to what Russell wants to execute as his vision and what the plan is going forward after that as well.
I mean, we've got another question what ties into this. Which monster and villains would you like from the Russell Davies era back to bring back?
Slevene, really, would be it.
Yeah, I think that'd be a good one.
Yeah, because I feel like they were almost the face of the relaunch at first. Like you got that iconic image of Eccleston facing off against the Slevene.
They became the iconic image of Sarah Jane, practically.
Yeah, but I think there's a lot of potential there. People look down on them as just farting aliens. They can be blooming terrifying. They
skin people just to use their skin.
Yeah, there is a lot of messed up stuff going on there with Slevene. I certainly had a fair few terrors with them when I was younger growing up. So yeah, I feel like that'd be interesting, especially like with what they could do with technology now. You could get a really grotesque looking Slevene on screen.
I mean, that would definitely work.
How about you? What Russell T Davies era?
Russell Davies era. I feel like the Reapers are overdue coming back. What monster would I like to see back?
I mean, I suppose Weeping Angels technically counts, but
Weeping Angels, they've come back. So, what monster would I like to come back from Russell's era?
That's funny, actually, because in terms of when it comes to creating monsters,
the Flood. I feel like the Flood would be good.
Oh yeah, that's true. I feel like Moffat is better off at creating monsters because a lot of the iconic Russell T Davies ones are from him, and then also he did a lot of good ones in his own era.
Yeah.
Even though sometimes they didn't quite live up to that potential, you can still see that potential there, and you want to explore that more. Stuff like the Whisper Men, for example.
Yeah, that'd be good to come back.
Yeah, that'd be my take on it. Russell should give us what we all want for the 60th. Sorry, McGann. It would be great to see
McGann,
McGann
yeah.
on screen again. Speaking of monsters and villains, Ben Miller says, which monster Cespedes would you like Big Finish to put the 9th Doctor up against?
Sontarans.
Yeah, that'd be good. I think maybe Yeti as well.
Yeah, Yeti would be good.
Yeah.
In Scotland.
Yep. He's got to have at least
There
one
we go.
Scottish story set.
Absolutely. Right, let's have a look in the chat. Where else are we? Luke is basically 50% of the channel at this point. That's true. He's been a main staple of 2021. I mean, thankfully he said yes, and he's just sort of stuck here now.
Yeah, you can't get rid of me, can you?
No. I mean, I just give myself earache if it's just me, so I'm happy to have the company.
So it was like just a regular news video, wasn't it? We had some big news of some sort, and you just came to me and said, "Do you want to fancy having a chat about this with me?" And then haven't been able to get rid of me since.
I know it's been an absolute pleasure. So put in the chat, thank you, Luke, because he deserves it because he does a lot. He makes a tier list. He's made some of the thumbnails this year, so thanks to Luke in the old chat.
Thank you.
I was struck by your collection unboxing where you said season 17 was held in low regard. Personally, it's my favourite Fourth Doctor. And I'll add some. Okay. That's a hot take. I mean, I thought like season 17, people aren't too fond of like the humor of it. I think that's why
maybe it's
people
more of a Marmite one.
Yeah,
I think it was Moffat actually who once said something about how season 17 people misremember it as City of Death the season, whereas I'm definitely misquoting him massively here, but it was something along the lines of season like City of Death is the great bit of season 17 and the rest is rubbish, was what Moffat said, which I don't necessarily agree with, but certainly it's not as great as some of the other Tom Baker seasons for me.
Yeah, I don't think it's the worst by any means.
No.
Did you ever watch Merlin or the 2000 BBC Robin Hood show? I did. That was sort of the replacement of Doctor Who, wasn't it? When Doctor Who wasn't on. I loved it.
Yeah, man.
I'm a big fan of Merlin. I feel like I preferred Merlin to Robin Hood.
I never really did Robin Hood, I don't think. Maybe like the first episode and just didn't get into it. But
because you had, I think, Patrick Troughton's grandson in it.
Oh, really?
I think, is it Sam Troughton? I think. Could be wrong.
Yeah, he certainly is one of his grandsons. I think he's got quite a big family, hasn't he, really?
Well, Troughton got around.
Yeah.
But yeah, loved Merlin, and that was good. I mean, Robin Hood, I liked it. I wouldn't go out and get the Big Finish.
No,
but yeah,
I mean, that one did that last 1 or 2 series?
I want to say 2. I think Merlin replaced Robin Hood.
Merlin was definitely like 5 series long.
Yeah, I think Merlin lasted 2008 to 2012, so it had a good innings.
Yeah, that's actually. Yeah, so I've had a very good time with Merlin for the most part. It sort of dropped off a bit at the end, to be honest, but yeah. I did actually go through, well, definitely a few years ago now, but I did go back on Netflix and rewatch Merlin almost all the way through, but didn't quite make it to the end.
I remember showing on like CBBC in like half term, and I remember just that was my half term watching Merlin. That was great.
Was it edited down at all?
No, it was a 45-minute cut of the stories.
Because sometimes it did have more gruesome moments in it, I guess.
It's fine.
Like never too bad, but I think the CBBC, I can see him maybe.
You had Sarah Jane, you had young Dracula. Yeah, you had some spooky stuff back in the day, so it's fine.
I mean, Sarah Jane, you technically have blood and guts all over the wall when the Slovene explodes, so...
See? People don't realise.
Hmm.
They think, farty island go boom. But actually, it's really quite bleak.
Yeah.
Thoughts on each story from season 18. So, Leisure Hive, I like.
I'm not a big fan of.
I like it.
They love that shot of the ship landing, don't they? That lasts about 18 seconds and is repeated about 20 times throughout the story.
That's true. But I feel like the direction is really good.
Isn't the opening 2 minutes of a panning shot across
That's over exaggerated, all right?
No, I'm pretty sure it is 2 minutes worth of it.
Did you time it?
Someone uploaded the whole clip on Twitter and it was about that long.
Okay, all right. You got a point there.
It was a
Oh no, I will not have this slander about Fomasi. Did somebody say Fomasi? See, you're laughing, so therefore you enjoyed it.
I'm not sure I enjoyed it that much.
I enjoyed it.
I think I was just at breaking point by then.
Okay, all right. And then next story is Meglos. I'm not a big fan of Meglos.
I prefer Meglos to Leisure Hive, to be honest.
Thanks, Luke, for joining the channel.
We found our new vengeance.
Oh dear.
Full Circle.
I'm not a fan of Full Circle.
We're going opposites on this one.
Yeah,
I quite like it.
I just feel like it's a bit padded for me.
Yeah, I suppose it does go on a little bit, but I think Andrew Smith's created a very good world there with the logic behind it as well. And then, I mean, you got some Sea Devil callbacks.
Yeah, I do like the Marshmen. I appreciate that. That's a good thing about the story.
Yeah, I also like all the twists involving the Marshmen as well. Like the reveal that the colonists that aren't actually colonists were the Marshmen before, but then evolved into what they are. And now the new Marshmen are coming out to take their place. That's some great stuff. Location
It's a
work
good
as well
idea.
is very good.
Yeah, I do like the location work and the idea. I think it's good, but I just 80s who sort of take it and leave it for me, like season 18 personally.
Yeah. I mean, we're flipping and flopping with these, but State of Decay, come on, this is one we can agree on, isn't it?
My favourite of this season.
There we go, same. We're safe here.
Yeah. I feel like it's a perfect marriage of the Tom Baker era. It's like the past and the future. Like it's like a marriage of like your sci-fi and your gothic horror. I feel like it's just the perfect blend of like this new vision of Doctor Who. It honors the past, but goes, here's the future.
Yeah, it's very mixed very well, isn't it? It's very delicate. Like you could very much go too far one way or too far the other, but it manages both very well. And then Warriors Gate. I used to really despise this one, but it's grown on me with the Blu-ray.
No.
I think there is one bit that gets me. Like even when I looked through the deleted scenes, I found that there's this weird bit where Adric just gets lost, but you never actually see it happen. Like he's with K9, he takes his sensor off to like track so that K9 gets more space between his two sensors and then he can scan better. And then they walk off. That's the end of that scene. And then next time K9 turns up, he's got both his ears back on. He turns up in the weird gateway bit with the Doctor. Adric's nowhere to be seen. Adric's just so something went wrong there. And I looked for the deleted scenes. Nothing explained it. No, there isn't a scene where he gives it back to K9 and then they lose each other. It's just for whatever. But yeah, Warriors Gate itself, I don't think it's too bad.
It's one of those stories I've never finished watching.
Oh, really? Yeah.
I just can't get into it.
What about Keeper of Traken?
I've got a weird relationship with that story.
Wow.
I'll watch it one time, like, this is boring. Don't like it. And other times I watch, I'm like, this is really good. I like it. And at this current moment in time, I'm in the phase of I like it. I enjoy it.
I feel like it's been too long since I last watched it. Really.
Mm.
But yeah, certainly. It's nothing amazing, but it's nothing bad either.
Yeah, which is true.
Yeah. And then Logopolis is a solid end to Tom's run, really.
It's not the ending you expect for
No.
the longest serving Doctor. It's not a bang, it's sort of a whimper. But it's the first regeneration story where there's universal danger.
Yeah,
it feels very Moffat in that sense, with entropy collapsing and all
or
that
maybe
sort
even
of
more
stuff.
Chibnall, with it being like the Flux.
See, Chibnall loves his 80s Doctor Who despite slandering it live on TV.
Oh, he's never going to live that down.
No.
Have you seen the new Russell T Davies meme where it's like him tilting his glasses down?
Yes, I've seen that. It's great. I love it. I look forward to what meme you make.
We'll get him on a thumbnail. That'll be the thumbnail for
Yeah.
our Damaged Goods and Mind of a Hodiak review.
There we go. Is it worth it?
Who knows? Stylish one says there's a big Finnish story to be told about K9 losing Yadric in E-space.
I mean, there's probably like BBV audios will explain it.
Who knows?
This is a good question for you, Luke.
Oh, yes.
What video from your channel are you most proud of?
Oh, it's been a while since I've thought about my channel.
Well, you got to think about it now.
Yeah.
It's Christmas.
Let's go back to it. I mean, I suppose the We Are Number One, but We Are Actually the Doctor is a standout.
That was good. If you've not seen that, check that video out.
Yeah,
it's good.
I was like at a time where the We Are Number One memes were popular, and so I edited the Third Doctor into it pretty much.
That's 5 years ago.
Yeah, that is crazy. Most of it's just reviews really that I did.
Mm-hmm.
Some of them dragged out quite long, never really had a script. So, I mean, we never have a script for this, but we're at least bouncing off each other, so it's not as bad. Whereas,
and thankfully, people like it.
I'm not really selling my channel here at the moment, but I haven't done anything with it, so I don't really mind if no one checks it out.
I guess this is sort of your outlet of this is what I think of what's going on in Doctor Who at the minute. I think probably.
Yeah, pretty much. You've adopted me.
I've adopted you, basically. Oh dear.
But also, where was the Sea Devils review? I got some clangers footage for that, and it's where they sort of mess about with a TV or something, and then turn it on and hide behind a rock because they don't know what a TV is, and suddenly this weird object they found is making noise.
Yeah.
I edited the Third Doctor theme over that. It's a little but it's like very weirdly spliced up within the video itself. So I thought I'll have these little cutaways in here just to give people a break from my voice. But yeah, I don't think it sort of is a bit of a weird structure. People are probably watching it thinking, where's this come from? Oh, well, we're back to the review now.
Yeah. I'm sure people got it. I'm sure people got it. I'm sure people understood.
I think you're in my most recent video, actually.
Most recent, you mean by 3 years ago?
Yep. We discussed the Green Death and arachnids in the UK.
There we go.
No.
Let's have a look in the old chat. Do a few more questions from the chat, and then I guess we'll do biscuits.
Yeah.
Get on with that.
Hungry myself.
Get a bit hungry. Oh, you can go and grab yourself some biscuits and tier list them as you go. So get all the biscuits ready.
It'll be like this. Instead of Americans trying British biscuits, Doctor Who fans try.
Like, delightful. Oh, what biscuit?
Oh, I say.
What a wonderful butler.
He's so violent.
Yeah, it could be like, what biscuit suits a certain Doctor Who story?
Yeah, that's true. What biscuit suits a certain doctor?
Yeah, what if a doctor's going to a shop, what biscuits would they buy? There we go.
McCoy will just buy cat food.
True.
But well. Stylish one. What made you stop buying physically and buy mostly digital, Luke? I think partially running out of space was one thing. Like, it was getting into this habit of opening the CD, having a quick look at it, and then just shoving it somewhere on the shelf, usually like on top of other ones rather than neatly filed in. And I was just sort of thinking, I'm not really getting too much out of this now for the most part with every single release, especially when it came to spin-offs and Torchwood and such. And so I think it was around, eventually they switched to the new logo. And I was thinking, okay, this is probably a good time now for me to slow down a bit on the physical. I carried on with the main range till that finished, and then like picked up some other things that particularly interest me on physical, but for the most part did just switch to download only then, and also it's a bit cheaper. So yeah, I know your argument, Ben, is often that you don't feel like you've got it unless you've paid unless you've got the physical thing there, and I can understand that, and that was something that held me back for quite a while. But yeah, I think once I overcame that, it was just pretty happily switched to download for the most part. And then I've got 40 on pre-order physical, so I'm still getting some things.
I mean, you went for the vinyls this year, so
that's true. But I suppose that again, that's something a bit more special.
Mm.
And also, I did get the Saigon Hunt and Wave of Destruction vinyl, so I got the turntable to play them, and I thought, I got this turntable, I might as well get more things to stick on it.
Pricey, but worth it.
Yeah. That's the thing. What I've saved on the downloads has then gone into the much extra on the vinyls.
There you go.
Yeah, there we are. That is a bit of a long-winded answer to that, but yeah.
We're full of long-winded answers. It's fine. Say you're in charge to come up with a Big Finish box set for any era of the show. What are you making?
Ooh.
I'd quite like a Christmas box set with David Tennant. Just
that'd be
finished, or like Tom, like we said, like a Tom Baker Big Finish Christmas one would be good.
Yeah. Well, they certainly have all these odd ideas sometimes, but then when it comes to actually being asked, sort of feel a bit blank. I mean, I imagine we've talked about some on stream even, haven't we?
Probably
We've
have.
just been throwing ideas. What was that? There was one we spoke about just in our own chat recently, and I can look back on that and see if I can find it.
I feel like it was
It was a third Doctor one of some kind.
Oh, you stumped me.
It was the return to the Nut Hutch.
Oh, yes, the Christmas third Doctor story.
Yeah, Christmas. Yeah, there we go.
There we go.
Sort of like,
Unit.
Joe
yeah, Unit Christmas party.
Yeah, Joe and Cliff are off halfway up the Amazon, but Nancy's still around at the Nut Hutch, holding down the fort, and something strange going on. She calls in the Brigadier, and he eventually has to call in the Doctor and Sarah. And obviously, Sarah can fit right in there because she could get a journalistic hat on and start writing a story about the Nut Hutch and their way of life. And the Doctor's got to face some emotional baggage from Joe leaving him there. Well, him more leaving Joe really, because he drove. I think that's interesting for the Doctor as well, because before that point, he's always been able to just leave the companion behind, go off from TARDIS to another place, but he's still he's got his freedom now on Earth, but he is still sort of there. And so him having to go back to that same place where he last parted company with Joe, be bittersweet for him. As for what the actual threat is or what's going on that's calling him back there, I have no idea. But yeah, that's just an idea I suppose, since it's got to be a box set idea, that's a 6-part story for the Third Doctor Adventures.
Good way of getting out of that one.
Yeah.
I think that the story allows for such, good meaty character drama, and I think it allows probably for some quieter moments with Free in the Brig. because normally they're locking horns, and I feel like
Yeah.
that would allow for some beautiful moments between those two characters.
Yeah. I think also setting it around Christmas as well, having Christmas at the Nut Hutch, that's just a nice little image, isn't it, really? And then maybe some turkey that's actually a fungus for the Brigadier to be befuzzled by.
I think as well, Christmas we all have like happy, but Christmas can be quite sad. So I feel like
certainly.
that fits really well, to be honest.
Yeah. I suppose it's like, because sometimes, you know, like that first Christmas after you lose a loved one, that could be hard for people. And so this would sort of like be similar for the Third Doctor, the first Christmas after Joe's gone up the Amazon.
And that, I say, yeah, that's quite cool. I like that.
Yeah.
Stylish One, thank you for answering my questions. You're a great host and some of the best YouTubers on the platform. Thank you very much. Definitely the best YouTuber duo, in my opinion.
Oh, thank you very much, Stylish One.
We
We're glad you
appreciate
enjoy
that.
our. Yeah.
Hopefully, we can continue that in 2022. Thank you very much. We appreciate that. That's made my day.
If Leisure Hive doesn't tear us apart,
Or
we're
our
like we're
vengeance.
Tom in we're Tom in the Leisure Hive. Should we get to the shortbread now?
Yeah, we'll do some biscuits. Are we all ready for biscuit time chat?
Yeah. Let me take a little break from answering
We'll take
questions.
a little break from questions and then we'll get back to you. So keep the chat live. What's your favourite biscuit and what's the best biscuit to dunk? Let's have a bit of fun. Let's have a biscuit chill.
Yeah.
Because that's what we all wanted this evening. Let's talk about some biscuits.
And I'm afraid this tier list wasn't made by me this time. We grabbed a random one that we could find because
I
it's
didn't pay
Christmas.
him.
We're treating ourselves.
We're having time off.
Yeah.
Well, not really time off. We're still here, but yeah, it's fine.
We're cutting corners.
We're cutting corners with budget. Our budget's run out.
And also, this
So
means if anything's left off, I can't be accused of forgetfulness. Or if something that shouldn't be on there is on there, it's not my fault either.
What is it? Why are you there? Get off. You're not a biscuit.
No.
Do you want to introduce your tier list? Well, your fan
It's
tier
not mine.
list.
Well, I haven't even read some of these. The Saints of the Biscuit Tin. A, the second choices. B, ran out of the above. C, desperate times. And D, those left to go stale.
Right, so we've got a Biscoff.
I love a Biscoff.
Have you had like Biscoff spread?
I think I have.
Oh, it's probably good.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like, Biscoff is mad at the moment, isn't it? Like Biscoff cheesecake. Love that.
Oh, me and my girlfriend made it, and I tell you what, chef kiss.
Ooh.
It's insane.
Very nice. Have you ever had Biscoff ice cream?
I had like the blueberry one, blueberry cheesecake.
No.
So good. I've just become so caught up in like the Biscoff thing.
It's so weird. It feels like something. It feels like this massive thing that you suddenly stumbled across.
See, I remember having like something what probably was a Biscoff like 2006, and then like over the past couple of years, there's just been like a huge surge. Like people have, it's overtaken Nutella. I feel Biscoff.
Yeah, it's just this caramelized thing, isn't it? I feel like you often got it at the end of like going to a restaurant.
Yeah, you probably got
you're
like
ordering the drinks afterwards. They give you a Biscoff with that. I think that was like the first encounter, but yeah, certainly from there it has exploded a fair bit.
I'm just trying to take it all in, but we're doing a tier list about biscuits, and Doctor Who has not been mentioned.
That's weird.
We're
going really in depth with this chat.
Dude, I just want to be like, yeah, that goes there. I didn't realize we'd have an actual discussion about how great Lotus Biscoff is, but
I'd say top tier.
Oh yeah, I'm not even going to argue with this. It has to be top tier.
Yeah,
it's a good dunker.
Now this next, I'm not sure what this next one's called, but it's very much the type your teacher would bring in and
It's
hand
one
out
you'd
one
have
out
as a
class
kid.
each.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like it's basically chocolate. You used to get was it like jam and cream version as well?
Probably.
You probably did, but this is the chocolate version.
Hmm.
Oh, there is a jammy dodger. Well, we still got Doctor Who. We've got jammy dodgers and custard creams. It's fine.
Yeah.
It's still Doctor Who, guys.
Well, it's not totally lost the plot.
We're not totally lost the plot.
Oh. I feel like these are very cheap, but very nice. Like you could taste the cheapness, but they also taste really nice, if you know what I mean.
Luke, are you a Tory? Oh man. I think they're good. I think
I feel like
they're buttery. They got the
yeah.
buttery biscuit base. They've got a nice little filling. I think they're solid for me.
I think so. Yeah, I'd say they're probably the second tier.
Yeah, I'd say second tier.
Yeah. Just after being called a Tory, I'm just thinking of.
You gotta leave now.
I'm thinking of that's why I keep to leave. Of Boris when he was saying about his oven chips.
Oh no, we're having a cheese and wine party tonight, guys.
Oh. Yeah. We are certainly not in the spirit of the Third Doctor at the moment.
No, we're not.
Oh.
It's an excellent vintage, you know.
I mean, Bourbons, they're a classic, aren't they?
They are your standard biscuit. They're a standard tier biscuit.
They're a standard treat biscuit, I'd say.
Yeah, they're like all year round biscuits.
I'd say
if you get your box of biscuits for Christmas, you tend to leave the Bourbons. You're like, I've had them all year. I want some a bit fancy.
Yeah, but you can't go too far wrong with them. It's one of the top two. I'll leave it up to you.
I feel like it's a second choice for me.
Yeah. Oh, the Chucky dies now.
This is an El Clasico. This is like the main staple of everyone's cupboard. And there are many varieties of the digestive now, which is amazing.
Yeah, they got like the gingerbread one.
I see. I bought them when I went on my dolly hunt, so I'm looking forward to trying them.
They're quite nice. Did you see they also did the Christmas pudding version?
No,
They're ones
I'm
I'm less keen on trying.
I like the banoffee ones they did, and like is it like the triple choc ones? The triple choc ones are great.
Oh.
I mean, that's if you feel really bougie, you get those. Or they did like the caramel ones, they're nice. Or they did Bakewell tart ones as well. Why am I talking about digestive? I'm just I'm on a little tangent. I'm like, oh, okay. I love a biscuit.
I say S tier.
Yeah, I think it's got to be an S tier. You can't go wrong. Yeah. Now, I feel like these are the adult version of said winky face biscuit.
Yeah, they do have a similar quality, don't they? Like the butteriness of the biscuit.
Sorry. I just need to process what we're doing. How did you spend your Wednesday night, Ben? Oh, it's just tier listed biscuits.
Just having a nice in-depth discussion about them.
Absolutely.
So would you put in the same tier then?
I'd go above, to be honest. I feel like they would be a go-to for me.
I feel you can't really dunk them.
You can.
They've lost their dunk. Yeah, but
if you're having a hot jockey, you can dunk them.
Ah, yeah, but not with your tea.
I disagree.
Philistine.
I am, mate. I'm a biscuit connoisseur. Hence why we're here.
I'll dunk the chocolate digestives. To be fair, but
what is different? What is different?
It's more chocolate.
And
it's like sticking a Kit Kat in there.
A Kit Kat is not
sticking a penguin.
Why is there a penguin there? Why?
Oh dear. Fair. Yep, fine. Put it in the top tier then.
I'll put it in the top tier. Now we go back to Doctor Who.
Yeah, we got the 13th Doctor. We haven't seen that since the first episode, have we? The dispenser.
No, Ghost Monument. Not since Ghost Monument.
Oh, Ghost. Yeah, because that's what it is. Yeah. They're sort of similar to Bourbons, aren't they? Really.
They're like your vanilla version of a bourbon, aren't they?
Yeah, they're going to be on the same tier.
I think so. I was just looking at the chat, seeing what they were saying about biscuits.
That's going to even more surreal.
Yeah, it's going to be very surreal. I think best custard creams for me are the Morrison ones.
Yeah, it's weird, isn't it? A lot. Oh, you're putting it top tier.
Oh no, sorry. I got carried away. Got excited.
Oh, wait. Yeah, it's weird, isn't it? The own brand ones, especially like bourbons and custard creams, do often end up being a lot better than the McVitie's ones, I find.
Yeah, I definitely find. Is there ginger nuts on here? There's no ginger. Oh, there is ginger nuts.
It's only really the chocolate digestives or normal digestives that I think McVitie's excels at.
Yeah, it's less sort of. It's more refined, isn't it, as a biscuit?
Yeah, it's less sand dusty.
Yes, that's what I mean. Yeah,
with other ones, but when it comes to the bourbons and the custard, they just have a bit more of a punch, I guess.
Yeah.
I
feel like the Morrison's ones for me have like an actual taste of like vanilla cream. So I'm like, you're getting a different flavour there.
Yeah.
I feel like I should be eating biscuits right now.
Yeah, just go through one at a time.
I mean, I'll go and grab a biscuit if we've got time. Let's have a look at the actual chat. Let's see what chat is saying. Want some biscuits?
If you survive the cold vengeance dispute, your friendship can survive anything. Oh, we haven't got to a biscuit dispute yet.
Not got to a biscuit dispute. Jammy Dodger tier, mate. Solid. We'll get onto that. But which of these biscuits is best for dunking in a cup of tea? We'll answer that at the end.
Pain Cactus. I'm not British, therefore I can't talk biscuits. Oh my god, it's an actual biscuit tier list. Can someone please educate me on the different biscuits? I suppose while we're tier listing them, we are sort of giving a breakdown of each one.
Hopefully.
Yeah, maybe we'll go a bit more in depth with the later ones.
Hopefully we can fly through this and we can get back to some Doctor Who. Just for since this is Christmas, we can do something a little bit different.
Stylish one, Biscoff spread is some of the best spread out there. I love it. I love anything Biscoff related. They even have those round biscuits with cream in the middle, which are those.
I can get them.
Oh, here he goes. Pain Cyberman, I'm lost. I'm sorry for left you in the dust a bit here, Pain Cyberman. But yeah, so it's a British thing, isn't it, to love these biscuits as much as we do. Has he got it? Is he going to be tucking in?
There we go.
He passed me one through the.
Oh yeah, I passed you virtually one. There you go. Got it.
Hey, thank you.
Yeah, enjoy.
Give one out to everyone in the chat as well.
Right, go there. You go, chat. Enjoy your biscuits. There we go. Right, back to tier list.
Stylish one. Where's the Fox's Crunch Creams? They're delicious like any Fox's biscuit. Yeah, Fox's biscuits are very good.
There's no Fox's Viennese. I love a Viennese.
Oh yeah, there you go.
No Viennese. Scandalous. Absolute scandal, this is.
I think me and my friend once got told off in an English class because we were having a little party towards the end of term and we may have eaten too many of the Viennese biscuits.
I mean, what? That's just wrong on so many levels. Merry Christmas, chat.
Merry Christmas, everyone.
Merry Christmas. Have a biscuit.
Mr. Bonkcactus, nice biscuits are the ones you get in Tesco packs for 95p and you leave them until the last because everyone nicks the rest. Caramel digestives are chef's kiss, says Stylish One. They are great as well.
I can agree with that.
Scotty Dog and Christmas Shortbread is amazing, says Stylish One.
They're Sainsbury's, I think. They're good. I like them. That's good shortbread.
Pain Cyberman says he may still be a bit lost, but is still pretty entertained, thankfully. So we're glad we're still amusing you with our biscuit talk.
It's probably the most British thing we've done.
Oh, Mr. Bonk Cactus is asking for a Christmas Eve stream where we stay up to see Santa.
What, Nick Frost coming down your chimney?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, depends what we're doing. We could do another biscuit tier list.
Yeah, no, we can find another
Yeah, well.
one that doesn't include the penguin and one that does include the Viennese.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe we could do that next. What's another like British? We could like rank tea.
Yeah, on the different levels of milkiness.
Yeah. Where does it become sacrilege?
Hmm.
And if you put milk in first, then you're scum. But the humble digestive is it?
Yes, we got. I'd say it's an A. Like if it's not got the chocolate on it, it's not quite as elite, but it's still good enough on its own.
I feel like it's the biscuit you're given when you're ill.
Hmm.
Like you can't quite afford the chocolate because your stomach's not there. I think it's solid, but I wouldn't pick it out of like the ones we picked.
No, that's true.
For me, it's like ran out of the above. Like I feel like it's a good biscuit.
Yeah, I think otherwise we're gonna get everything in the top tiers, aren't we?
Yeah, we've got to have a little bit of variety. I mean, I know where this one's going.
Yeah, that can go at the bottom.
The fig roll. Why is it even there? What is it? Why do people enjoy it?
What is this next one? This is the ginger nuts, isn't it?
No, I think it's the peanut biscuits, where it's like a buttery biscuit with peanuts on. I catch myself saying stuff. Am I actually saying this? Actually, I like them.
So there's no ginger.
No ginger. I think ginger nuts are next.
Ginger nuts.
Oh
no, that's hobnobs.
How about hobnobs? I don't think these are ginger nuts.
Should we just say they're ginger nuts? Because I think
all right, we say that
not to include ginger nuts.
We call them ginger nuts even though they're not ginger nuts.
Yeah, because I don't think I've ever had the if these are the actual like peanut ones, I don't think I've ever had one. So
all right, we'll say it's ginger nut.
Yeah, I mean, whoever made this tier list should have made it more clear.
Yeah, who made this tier list? Despair donut. I despair in this list.
We're sorry. We don't mean to be this mean. But yeah,
we're just British.
It's our stiff upper lip and our biscuit munching teeth.
Our terrible teeth. But as for a ginger nut, I think they're solid.
I'd say it's an A.
Yeah, I'm partial to a good ginger.
Yeah. I think they're the ones that go off quickest, though. Like if you don't get to them soon enough, they do go soft quite quick.
But they are solid biscuits, though. Like you can dunk them. Like they've got some integrity.
Yeah, they're
the old ginger nut.
Yeah.
Speaking of good dunk, hobnobs, king of dunks.
Yeah, I'm not as big a hobnob fan as I don't.
I mean, this is the plain hobnob, though, isn't it? So
yeah, the chocolate hobnobs definitely have a lot more going on.
I mean, I tried the sticky toffee pudding hobnobs. They're very nice.
Wow,
very nice. I rate that.
I'd probably say it goes alongside the regular digestive.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. The jammy dodger.
Not usually my go-to, I'd say.
Ooh, we differ.
No.
I love a jammy dodger.
Would you put it right at the top then?
I would. Like, give me a packet and it's gone within 10 minutes.
I'd probably more go around the middle, to be honest.
Would you?
There, I'll have them. I'll enjoy it, but
what happens if it was like a Fox's jam and cream?
Maybe a little bit more then.
So let's just
the biscuit then.
Let's just round it off and say the jammy biscuit.
Yeah, I'll let you put it at the top if you.
It's Christmas.
Yeah.
There we go. It's got to be there.
The malted milk. This, I think, Stylish One talked about this earlier. Actually, I'm just going to go back and check if I can find it.
They're really good biscuits. I like them.
Yeah. I think here we are. Malted milk are the type of biscuits you forget exist, and you have one, and they're really nice, and you forget that again.
I get oddly nostalgic about them when I eat them. Like, wow, I feel like a kid.
Yeah, it is very much the kind you have when you're younger. It's like even right back to, say, reception age.
They're like your
when
first
you've got-
biscuits you have.
Yeah,
And you evolve.
with
in the
with
biscuit.
actual milk usually as well.
Yeah.
And then you sort of
Oh.
get thrown back to them and you think, wow, these are really good.
They're really
Chocolate
good.
ones as well are great. You can get with chocolate there.
Anything with chocolate makes it better.
But yeah, I'd probably go A for these ones.
I'd agree. They need more love.
I think certainly plain, they're nicer than the digestives and hobnobs are plain.
Oh yeah.
I think they stand on their own a lot more without the chocolate.
Mm-hmm.
And is this just a like generic cookie now, like the Maryland kind?
Yeah, if it's the Maryland kind, then it's very good.
Yeah, so they're not quite up there with actual cookies, but then that sort of we're leaving biscuit territory. But, the more softer type. But yeah, I enjoy a good Maryland.
I think that they're a solid biscuit.
Yeah, I'd probably go an A again.
Yeah, I'd go for an A as well, actually.
Yeah.
Then we have a nice biscuit.
I have to be in the mood.
They're quite coconutty, aren't they? I'm not a big coconut fan.
No.
Personally.
I'd probably say... Would you even say desperate times for this one?
I would say... I would say it would be desperate for me to have it.
Yeah, I'd agree.
Like, it's all right if you got something to mask the flavour, like a tea. Then you'll be fine.
Yeah, it's more of a dunker than a eat on
You
its
can
own.
enjoy it solo dolo. You can... Yeah.
Now, Oreos.
Many varieties.
American invaders in here.
How dare they? You're a British biscuit tourist.
They're not much of a dunk, to be fair.
With milk. They're better with milk.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, not like a hot drink dunk.
Yeah. I mean, an Oreo hot chocolate, that's nice. That is nice.
There you go.
That's a nice one to have. But there are so many varieties. Do you prefer the golden or the classic Oreo?
I'd say the classic.
Okay.
But, yeah. I'd probably even go S, maybe.
Yeah, I feel like Oreo's got to be an S. I feel like the golden version of like an Oreo is like the American equivalent of a custard cream.
Yeah, it has that quality. It's just like an almost higher quality custard cream, I guess.
You're really selling us Brits here of our biscuits.
Oh, dear. But it's on a similar level to some of the like Fox's custard cream.
Yes, yeah.
Pink wafers now. I mean, is it a biscuit? But
no, it's not.
I do love a pink wafer.
It sort of doesn't conform to what a biscuit is. I don't feel like you can dunk it.
Oh, I can. I love dunking it in tea.
I feel like you're getting... I'm learning things about you tonight I never expected.
It's not the Doctor Who opinions that shock you.
No.
It's the biscuit opinion.
This is quite literally make or break. Especially for the biscuits.
Yeah, you can't hold them in too long.
Yeah. I think they're all right. They're like something you'd have with an ice cream more than a cup of tea for me.
No.
Oh, you disagree?
Should we compromise at an A?
An A?
I'm guessing you're leaning more towards a H. Not a H, a B. I can't really... It's blurred slightly, but...
You know what? Where would you like to put it?
I would put it at S, to be honest.
You would put it at S?
Yeah.
Because you give Jammy Dodger to me, I will let you have that.
Oh, thank you.
I don't morally agree with it, but I will let you know that I do not agree.
Sideshwan says, pink wafers are ones where I've got to be in the mood and have to want something different to change things up a little. That's fair.
Party rings. There's no party without a party ring. Nice biscuit, but kind of ruined by the icing.
Oh, really?
I enjoy them.
I think it's overpowered by the icing, certainly. Like, you never get much of the biscuit itself.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's all like, yeah. But I do like the icing itself as well. So
I enjoy them. I feel like I've got to be in the mood for them. Like, it's not a biscuit you can have with a cup of tea. It's got to be at an occasion to have a party ring.
It is very much like the kids' party.
Yeah, it
one,
literally
isn't
is.
it?
Yeah.
Yeah, like that's where you grew up with them. And then I feel like it's something that I maybe ever did. You could get like little ones that you could put in your lunchbox. I had that a lot through secondary school.
I feel like they were
I think
better,
that
the little
grew-
ones.
Yeah.
The mini ones were better because they were more crunchier as a biscuit.
Yeah, I suppose you got a bit more biscuit with them, but
Yeah.
yeah, I feel like that's what I overdid it on them, and now sort of grown out of them, I guess.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'd probably say it's a or a B.
I'd go B.
Yeah.
Go B.
And now I think, have we worked out what these are yet?
I feel like they're like the fruit ones, aren't they? Like raisin.
I mean,
Yeah.
they're definitely that, but
They look a bit
I don't know
more
what they're called.
homemade than what you'd see in a shop.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, they're not like flat enough to be all packaged up, are they?
I feel like they're called like fly biscuits because they look like we've got dead flies in.
Oh yeah, that's. But yeah, those ones are usually like thinner ones though.
Yeah,
like they've got the
I
holes
know what you
in.
mean.
Yeah, but I cannot remember what they're called.
Unless
I've got some downstairs, but
I feel like a Welsh cake.
Oh,
Is it too big to be a Welsh cake? I don't. It's too small.
No, Welsh cakes are more softer as well. Like these are definitely biscuity.
I just feel like they're a biscuit with raisins in.
They look nice though. What they are, I just don't know what they'd be called. Has anyone in the chat got any ideas? Can Cyrus one says pink wafers are the cold vengeance of your friendship.
I feel like we found that out tonight.
Cyrus one's also not a fan of the party rings. Mr. Monk Cactus remembers having a dream where Toby from Thomas and Friends was selling him party rings for some reason. This is where the chat's got to.
What were you smoking that night? Did you have cheese before bed?
Mr. Monk Cactus also says cookies are tidy because they are good for bulking, which is what I'm doing. Any biscuit is good, really.
And any biscuit, you can't go wrong.
Yeah.
There's another biscuit tier list which includes penguins and Viennese wheels and chocolate fingers.
Oh dear, we're really getting into sacrilege there.
We're getting sacrilege there.
Sarge one's not a fan of the raisins either.
Yeah, you kind of feel like it kind of is a compromise. You're like, I'm having a biscuit, but I'm being healthy by having a bit of fruit as well.
I think it's usually more like sultanas in the biscuit, isn't it, than raisins. So it's got a bit more of a punch to it. I mean, I'd put these in right slap bang in the middle.
What, Desperate Times?
No, above. Unless you want
run
to Desperate Times. Yeah.
I don't know what they are, so I can't fully judge them.
Yeah, so I think middle tier is fair. But for what they look like something I'd happily eat.
Yeah. So this is the rich tea.
Yeah. You can't get chocolate rich teas, can you?
No, maybe we should trademark it and make it.
It's very much the basic bitch of a biscuit, but I like it.
Yeah, they're good, and the only problem is they're called rich tea, but they're not very good at dunking.
I quite like. You can get like the finger ones.
The finger ones work better. They work better.
I love those ones for dunking.
They're quite Moorish, the finger ones.
Yeah,
definitely. Any biscuit's Moorish.
Yeah. Okay, there's something like they're very good to start with, but after you've gone a few too many of them, it starts to taste very bland.
Yeah.
But, so yeah, I'd probably say a B.
Yeah, I'd agree with a B. Because I feel like it matches like the digestive and the classic hobnob.
Yeah. And
Shortbread.
yeah, finally. I
Hey.
mean, we're ignoring the penguin, aren't we?
We're
It's
not
not gonna
doing.
place.
No, it doesn't even deserve to be there. It's a chocolate bar.
But yeah, the shortbreads, the thing that started it all.
Here we are.
It's got to be the top tier, hasn't it?
Oh, absolutely. There's so many varieties of shortbread.
Perfect for
Amazing.
Christmas as well.
Yeah, it's a chunky biscuit. It can suck up your drink.
Yeah, definitely the perfect dunker.
Yeah, I think that answers Stylish One's question. What's the best dunker? It's got to be a shortbread.
Yeah.
It's chunky, it's robust, and yeah, it's just got such a nice taste. That's the biscuit tier list.
There we go.
There we go.
What an experience.
What an experience. I still can't believe we actually did that. So, back to questions. Back to answering some Doctor Who questions. So, apologies if people have dropped off because they were not a fan of the biscuit talk, but we're back now. We are back.
No more. We'll restrict ourselves to Doctor Who now as best we can.
Yeah.
Ben Miller said the Ninth Doctor versus Sutek would be good.
Yeah, that'd be good. That'd be very good.
Payne Sidemen, all hail Luke, all hail the thumbnail maker. Thank you.
Yes.
Very
good.
Yeah, I've not done all of them, but I'll just have a look through and shout out.
You've done some of the recent tier list ones.
Yeah, I think I've sort of taken over the Big Finish fans ones, haven't I?
Yeah, you've basically took over those at this point. Which is fine.
I did do tonight's one with got Tom Baker holding a biscuit tin.
Yeah, somebody said it's one of their favourites, I think.
No.
I'll have a look on the top of a chat while you have a talk of thumbnails.
Yeah. I mean, I suppose it is sort of like the nice, inviting Christmas one, isn't it? It's just a warm little thumbnail. And who doesn't love Tom Baker? I mean, he's offering you a biscuit. So Tom Baker offers you a biscuit. Do you accept?
Absolutely.
The Tortured one. That's another one.
Tortured Christmas one.
No. Where are we? First Doctor did that one recently as well.
That's a good thumbnail.
Yeah. That was sort of screenshot the very first second of the first Doctor Adventures trailer. A lot of first there. And it's got like that nice angle of the TARDIS console. And then just for like the Christmassy feel of it, since we were doing it in December, we got the cover of Great White Hurricane there, which worked well. What else do we have here? River Song as well. Even got a bit fancy with some of the fonts there.
Yeah.
I think that was originally the plan was we were going to get just one picture of River and then loads of other Doctors, like the ones that had appeared there. I think I discussed with you that was the plan, but I ended up getting a little bit lazy with that one, but also just thought it's River Song. Let's show off her different facets, I suppose. So we got like the adventure River Song, detective River Song, nun River Song, and formal River Song. And Third Doctor Adventures, just to get them all lined up there.
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah, Fourth Doctor one. This was the one I was most proud of, and so
that's a good thumbnail for Fourth Doctor Adventure one.
That was like a later edition as well, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
I made the Third Doctor one in preparation for our review. Now, so like because the Fourth Doctor one we were last minute, so it was just a little filler image, wasn't it? Really?
Yeah.
I think just a picture of Tom there, sort of like a placeholder. And after making the Third Doctor one, I thought I'm just in the mood to go all out with this and see what I can do.
Yeah.
And so, as sort of like a big celebration of all 10 series, it's always like a commemorative piece, isn't it?
Yeah. It's a good way of celebrating it.
I mean, not the most high quality, probably butchered the original artwork a bit, but
it's fine.
Yeah. It's just a little throw together for a YouTube thumbnail, and probably the one I'm most proud of.
Would you ever consider? Oh, sorry.
Go for it.
No, I was just going to say, would you ever consider getting and reviewing any BBV audios?
probably not. We spend enough on Big Finish.
Yeah, we need to limit ourselves.
Yeah. And then Philip Hinchcliffe, you did the majority of this one.
Which one? Oh, yeah.
But I edited us onto the Helm of Ore cover. I
Yeah.
don't know, that was just like you know what? This idea has just come to me. Let's try it out. And it ended up looking better than I expected.
It looks really good. That looks really good.
Put our own little personality onto the...
Yeah, face reveal.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
I mean, my face is going to be in a upcoming video, isn't it?
Yeah, the Third Doctor.
Yeah, recorded it a while back, but I think you're planning to get out around New Year, right?
Yeah, hopefully January that'll be out. That'll be a big chunky tier list. So if you like your tier list, then that's good. Yeah,
that
cool.
ended up being quite a long one as well, didn't it, when we recorded it? But
it was about 2 hours, roughly about 2 hours.
I think you've edited it down a fair bit.
I've edited some of it, but I'm just like, that's really good. It's like finding bits to cut. I'm like, no, that's really good. Would you ever listen to and review Tales from New Earth? And what are your hopes for a second set if Big Finish? Do you fancy reviewing Tales from New Earth for Big Finish fans?
Not particularly, but
then we'll pass. What would make you buy Class? Tom Baker.
Yeah, I guess so. That seems to be the general thing. A Dalek didn't get us, so
no. We've experienced enough Daleks.
I think also just Class in general, I never really got on with the TV series. I know Big Finish have been able to really redeem certain things, like TV series I don't get on well with. I get on with better at Big Finish, but I feel like I'd rather just avoid that and save money.
Which is
sure, yeah, I'm sure I'd enjoy it if I bought it, but got to draw the line somewhere.
What's your favourite audio from each Doctor? Said the Pain Cyberman.
It's a big one.
Yeah, first Doctor. Where do you start? Do you start with like a companion chronicle, early adventure? Or a David Bradley?
Yeah, I don't know. He's got a lot of good stuff.
Or do you go one David Bradley and then one like companion chronicle?
Yeah, that'd be fair, I guess.
I think that's fair.
I mean, I think David Bradley one we already answered.
Yeah, Last of Romanoffs, I think, for me.
Yeah, I'd say either that or Return to Skara. I don't know. Yeah, when it comes to favourites, that's more you can get away with stuff you prefer rather than stuff you think is better on paper.
Yeah.
So I'll say when it comes to that, Return to Skara is just the one I can happily stick on and have a good time with.
Which is So. In terms of other First Doctor stories, I like the Sontarans. That's a good one.
Oh, yeah, that's very good. Oh, the one before that.
Ravelli Conspiracy.
That is a brilliant one.
I revisited that one a couple of months ago. That's a really good historical, really good one.
A lot of fun.
So yeah, I'd say that actually. I'm just thinking of other companion chronicles.
Yeah.
Flame of Cadiz is good, but it sort of drops. Otherwise, it would be a really good First Doctor story. Second Doctor. Yeah, that's another good Domain of the Void.
An Ideal World. We've sort of gone from one to many here, but yeah, I think as my last entry on that one, I'd say An Ideal World is a banger.
That is a banger. Good one for Vicky. Oh no, that's not Vicky. I'm thinking of the Crash of the UK. Yeah, Ideal World's good. Oh yeah.
It's all Vicky, that series.
Yeah, it's all Vicky. I was got mixed up with that story. Sorry.
That's fair.
My head. Second Doctor.
There's a bit less here, isn't there?
Yeah, there's not much choice. I'd say the Yes Men.
Yeah, that's always a good one.
That's a good one.
Wreck of the World. I do quite like that one, but I'm not sure.
When you think about Troughton, hasn't got that many Big Finish really.
Yeah, I think especially with the early adventures winding down, the Outliers.
That's a really good one. I mean, Daughter of the Gods, is that cheating?
No, I'd say you go with that one.
That's a really good one. I like Daughter of the Gods.
Yeah.
That's a really good one.
Third Doctor now. I mean, you've got Companion Chronicles and Third Doctor Adventures for this one.
I feel really hard picking this because like, it's my Doctor. So I feel like there's added pressure there for it.
Yeah. I suppose I've got to go Golf, really. That's my highlight of the range. I'd
say Primord, the Mega.
That's a very good one.
Mega's amazing. Great 6-parter. Unzal Incursion. It's another good one. Titans of Logic. Yeah, I'd say some of those. Some of those are good.
Yeah.
They're bangers.
Hopefully the Annihilators joins this list.
Fingers crossed. I mean, it's got amazing cover. Hopefully it doesn't follow River Song Series 9. Otherwise, there'll be problems.
What did you think of the trailer?
It was all right. It was good. There were moments where I was like, oh, that feels like season 7. That's great. But again, how can you convey a 7-part story in 2 minutes?
Yeah, it's got the right feel, but certainly I feel like it's standard trailer fare from Big Finish. It's hard to follow, but that's what you expect with an audio trailer, really. Very jumpy, I guess, is the way to put it. Like there's not much of a smooth transition between different things. I feel like 40 is an example of a good trailer.
What? Fifth Doctor 40?
Yeah, I love that trailer.
It's Nick Briggs.
Yeah,
it's the trailer of Nick Briggs.
Yeah.
Fourth Doctor?
What
would you say is your favourite for that?
This is a difficult one because we even spoke about while we were tier listing him. He's got a lot of good stories, but none stand out as absolutely amazing. Some of the best stuff I've ever listened to.
Like, do you class like the novel adaptations as well? Like, Well-Mannered War is a really good Fourth Doctor adventure.
Well-Mannered War is certainly.
Labyrinth of Buddha Castle is probably my go-to one actually at the minute. I think that's a really good one. Trouble with Drax.
Chase the Night's a solid one.
Very good one, that is.
Yeah, pretty much anything from Series 5 that isn't the finale.
You're in for a good time.
Yeah. That's fitting with season 17 as well.
Yeah.
Like in the right mood for some of that.
It's like Return of the Cybermen. Not the strongest story out there, but I just enjoy the ride of it. And it just feels like very Tom. But it's not the best story. Yeah.
I love how it takes you back to the 60s as well. It does very much feel like it's in line with those stories.
It definitely feels like a great sort of blend of 70s and 60s.
Fifth Doctor now. He's got a lot of good ones.
Oh, this is a tricky one.
The whole of the Fifth Doctor box set is brilliant. If you haven't got any Fifth Doctor from Big Finish, get the Fifth Doctor box set. You will not regret it.
Check out our live stream. Peterloo Massacre. That for me was such a renaissance of this Fifth Doctor. Fifth Doctor was my least favourite classic Doctor until I listened to that. And I thought, you know what? He's such a brilliant Doctor. And then that made me re-listen to new stories, and I fell in love with him. And I thought that for me was like a massive turning point. It was a story I didn't expect much from. It was a pure historical with the Fifth Doctor, so I was like, it's not going to be that great. But I tell you what, it's one of the most hard-hitting stories I've listened to. What Big Finish have done.
Yeah. I feel like that's where we sort of became Fifth Doctor as the main range king, didn't we? Really,
yeah,
and he kept delivering.
Very much so.
Aquitaine as well, the story just before that. I prefer that to Peterloo Massacre. I think that is brilliant.
Aquitaine's a story you just don't want to end. It's amazing. It's a good one.
Yeah, I say The Lost Resort as well.
Very good one for just the Mark stuff. Enjoy that ride.
Yeah. Blazing Hour, that's a highlight.
Yeah, I think that's one of my favourites of this year. That's a really good one.
We have cheated a bit here because we've been saying multiple for each.
But it's hard to say one because there's so many good ones. You want to give people a pool of stories to pick from.
Yeah, I think often as well it'll be the first, more recent ones will jump to mind quicker, but then you'll go back and think, oh no, there's a lot of
That's
other
a good
ones
one.
missing out.
Time in Office. I enjoyed that one. That's a very good anthology.
Yeah. Contingency
Doctor.
Club. Have a good time with that.
Yeah, you're more of a fan of that one than me.
Yeah, I think Sixth Doctor. Well, I mean, Masters of Earth.
Mm-hmm.
That was my first Sixth Doctor one.
That's a really good one.
I think not many have been able to top it, if any.
I'd say Project Twilight. I love it. Wonderfully dark story.
No.
It's very similar to Master of Earth, where it puts the Sixth Doctor in a difficult situation. And I think any story where you see the Doctor pushed in a corner and they can't get out, and then you have to see him fight and get out of that corner, I think that's when you're going to get a really good story. I think those two stories. The Middle is another good one.
Yeah. Flight of the Pimpernel, released just over a year ago now, this month last year, is a really good one. Really fun time. It has everything you want in a Doctor Who story. It has the high moral stakes, but also a lot of fun, dashing adventure. And the Doctor really challenged at one point, which I think and also it works very well with Perry as someone who has seen him where he started as a Sixth Doctor quite troubled, and then seen him grow, and especially on Big Finish, seen him grow a lot there to become something we see as almost the archetypal Doctor, I suppose.
Yeah.
And then for what this story does to him, to scare her, I think that, not spoiling anything, but that is very powerful and something that you could only really do with Perry in this circumstance. So she is well chosen as a companion there. And also she gets to have a lot of fun moments as well.
Scorched Earth is another good one. Enjoyed that one. Cry of the Vultress as well. Very
it's
good
a
one.
very epic story, that one.
Very good.
And Emissary of the Daleks, for me, ending off. Just another cracking Dalek story. Andrew Smith just writing a fun adventure with them, really.
Hour of the Cybermen. I'll finish that.
Yeah, that's another good one. Seventh Doctor now. I imagine we've got less options.
Yeah, I'd say Master for me. I love Master. Or the Seventh Doctor New Adventures box set with Chris and Ross. Really good. Like Trial of a Time Machine. Such a beautiful one, exploring the Doctor and the TARDIS's relationship.
Yeah.
Really good story. And then you get sort of the classic Seventh Doctor story with the last story within it, that sort of haunted house. You get the Jalbury one as well. That's a good, really good set, actually.
We Had a Daleks. That's a very good one.
Yes, very good one.
Yeah. And I'd say Displaced as well from last year is one of my favourites. That's from that's about Flying Dutchman and Displaced is the two that were paired together there. And I think the Flying Dutchman, not very good at all, but then Displaced is a real cracker.
Eighth Doctor.
No.
Hold on.
Sorry, I forgot we had a name. I was like, okay, we got back to the chat now. No, we still got more.
We got McGann. McGann. Seasons of Fear. I love it. Season of Fear is a cracker. Silver Turk, I love. I think that's a good one. Enjoy that one a lot.
Blood of the Daleks.
That's
go for like the Dalek ones, but
yeah, I mean, I think that's a good way to start because, like, it's traditional. You know what you're getting. Fairy Tale of Salzburg and Better Watch Out.
Yeah, especially for this time of year, that's perfect to stick on.
Perfect.
Yeah.
I mean, just sort of a side note, I remember seeing a question in the chat going, "What do you prefer, Hunting Ground or Blood on Santa's Claws?"
Hunting Ground for me.
I'd agree with that.
We including Ninth Doctor now, or
yeah, I suppose we can. That feels weird. We can add Christopher.
I suppose we've got War Doctor first, actually.
Yes, yeah, we have got War Doctor, the Innocent.
That's a very good one. I'd say probably the Neverwhen for me.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's a very good one.
From War Doctor Begins so far, Forged in Fire, that's a highlight as well.
Yeah, that whole release is
Not
definitely
Forged
worth
in
your
Fire.
time.
Yeah, that one. I was going for the Shadow Squad, sorry. That's what I
Yeah,
meant.
that's the best of the box set, that story.
Yeah. I'm yet to get to Warbringer. I think, are you 15 minutes in, were you? Or did you get a bit further?
I am on the second story.
You're on the second one now.
Mm.
Ooh, interesting to see how that turns out. That'll probably be my next listen.
It's good so far. I'm enjoying it.
Yeah, and now Ninth Doctor. I mean, Fright Motif is one that I quite like. So Girl Deconstructed as well from that set. I think, is that your favourite overall?
I think Girl Deconstructed is probably the most authentic slice of 2005 Doctor Who they've done for the Ninth Doctor. And
yeah, that's true.
I think you said that it works quite well as a Christmas story, and I totally see that. And I feel obliged to stick the vinyl on and give it a listen now.
Yeah. It certainly fits that wholesome, Christmassy family vibe, doesn't it?
Absolutely. It's got a nice heart to it. And yet it feels very authentic to Russell with it being very kitchen sink.
And then Monsters in Metropolis, that's more of a recent highlight. I think you enjoyed that one more than I did.
I love that one.
Yeah. And what's the Curse of Lady Macbeth is probably my favourite from the recent set, though.
Okay.
Yeah. And finally, 10th Doctor now.
We can say Dalek Universe.
Yeah, I mean, especially Dalek Universe 3 and the finale, the two-part.
Absolutely. Really good.
Dalek Defense Triumph of Davros. That's got a lot going for it. Expiry Dating.
Yeah. Yeah. That's a really good one. I like that one. Creeping Death, I'd say. That's a good
one. Yeah.
But if you
Sword
want
of
some...
the Chevalier.
Yeah, if you want TV Tenant, The No Place.
Yeah.
It's good and really good.
Yeah, a lot of good 10th Doctor ones.
That's all we can really say, I guess, at the minute.
God
Our
Vengeance.
favourites. Do you want to? Do you want to stay?
Do you want to take this outside?
Do you want to see 2022? Do you want to see Christmas?
Spend my Christmas in a freezer facility.
In little bits. What's your most anticipated 2022 release?
40 at the moment, I guess. On the hype train for that.
I'll say The Annihilators.
Maybe.
I'll say that. Got a question from our good old mate Adam. What's your favourite Doctor Who story to watch around Christmas, excluding any festive specials? So thanks, Adam, for the question.
I
feel like I've got two.
I feel like I'd be cheating if I were to say The Unquiet Dead.
I feel like you can get away with it.
Yeah, because it's the... All right, go on. Give us one of your two then, and I'll think of something to put in between.
Claws of Axos.
Oh, yes, that's a good
Third
one.
Doctor and Snow. Therefore, it's Christmas.
You're getting them bringing a gift as well?
Yeah, makes sense. Oh, I've just thought of another one.
Oh, what is it?
Tomb of the Cybermen.
Yeah.
Maybe because I watched it around Christmas. And I feel like there's something quite magical about watching 60s Doctor Who at Christmas. You know, you've got the Christmas tree lights, you've got the tally. There's just something quite magical about 60s Who at this time of year.
I feel like Dalek Invasion of Earth, for me, is one that stands out, because that was one of my first Classic Who stories, and I vividly remember getting that at Christmas. Or it might have actually been on Boxing Day, where I was going around grandparents' house the next day, getting their presents and such. And so, yeah, sticking that on the TV as soon as I got it, watching the first episode of that, there's something vividly Christmassy about that for me. And I think even, the air date at the time, the last episode came out on Boxing Day, didn't it? So it ran from like November to December. So even then, it sort of fits.
Well, Adam accepts the Unquiet Dead, so you're safe.
So there we go. Mine are Unquiet Dead and Dalek Invasion of Earth then. What's your other choice, or were you going for Tomb anyway?
Horns of Nimon.
Ah, yeah, there it is.
If you want a bit of pantomime.
Perfect with the recent collection release as well.
Yeah, I feel tempted to watch that on Christmas.
Hopefully we can get the Blue Coat Sixth Doctor on the cover for his next few box sets, a stylish one. I
Yeah,
haven't seen that in a long while. Like, I think he's
Wrong
Spaceport
Doctors.
Fear.
Oh yeah, Spaceport. Yeah, I forgot that.
I think he's back to normal on Seeds of Bordeaux, isn't he?
Yeah, he's back to his standard costume for that. Less to choose from. Have you heard of a Hex Arc? There are some utterly amazing stories in there. Life 34, Night Forts, The Word Lord, Magic Mousetrap, Death in the Family is really good, and Protect and Survive.
No.
Oh, I forgot the Klein stuff. I really like Thousand Tiny Wings. That's a really good Seventh Doctor story.
Yeah, I think I was a bit too late on to Big Finish to get the Hex stuff, really. And so that's sort of more the backlog. Because I already had it spoiled, and I did end up getting Gods and Monsters just to have the Curse of Fenric sequel. But yeah.
That's a good one, actually. I do enjoy that one.
Yeah.
Adam says, Phil, that I'd pick Seeds of Doom and maybe Finn Ice. Yeah, I can see Seeds of Doom.
Yeah.
And Finn Ice, actually. Yeah, they work. They're good choices. Good, solid choices, Adam.
Yeah. Wrap your tinsel around the crinoid.
Well, that sounds like a Christmas number one. You excited for either of the Daleks? I think I am. I am excited.
I'd say reasonably.
There we go. There's the classic pessimism of a Doctor Who.
Yeah. There we go. Maybe I'm a bit burnt out after Flux, but end of the day, we're getting Russell in. After this, it will just be 2 more episodes and then Russell. So
yeah, and then it's all over. The Chibnall era and Jodie Whittaker era is done, which is be an interesting thing to look back on, I think.
Yeah, that's going to be strange.
It'd be interesting to see if it gets a reappraisal, really, because I feel like doctors do get like a renaissance, don't they? I feel like McCoy's getting his renaissance right now.
Oh, really?
So I think in the 80s, everybody seemed to hate the Pertwee era. I'm like, I would not want to live in that time.
No. I think Pertwee was top dog in the 90s, though.
Oh,
like more so than Tom Baker. He was the image.
Yeah, he did the radio shows, Ultimate Adventure. John was Doctor Who, I think.
Yeah, I think certainly. Yeah, I think Colin and Sylve got a bad rap at the time, didn't they? And I think Sylvester was the first one to get rehabilitated there, really. But Colin still suffers a fair bit. I feel like you see less of it now, though.
Yeah, it'd be interesting. Give it a few years, and everybody's going to say how Jodie was most underrated Doctor ever. I mean, I enjoy Jodie's Doctor. I just think that she suffers the same flaws as some of the other Doctors, just the writing, really.
Yeah. I feel like Tennant actually is one who's had a recent reappraisal, not necessarily in the widest bit, but in more close-knit Doctor Who fan circles. So I feel like he has always been the most popular, obviously. Like he is the face a lot of people look to. And it feels condescending to say that more casual audience. But I think the more hardcore audience, sort of, especially more classic fans, did turn against Tennant because he was that like image of what a lot of them despised about New Who and the New Who fans in a way. I think more recently he has gotten a lot more appraisal, maybe thanks to him doing Big Finish or something. But I think a lot of people have come to realise he was a very good Doctor, and he was deserving of the praise he got at the time.
Mm.
So, I think, I felt myself included there, because when I first started getting back into Doctor Who proper around 2013, did sort of have that typical edgelord phase of, oh, David Tennant, he's overly popular. I prefer Christopher Eccleston, all the classic Doctors. But yeah, come back to David Tennant. He really is very good.
I think at the time when Tennant left for me, I was such a big Matt Smith defender, because everyone was like crapping on it. I was like, no, you've not seen how good he is. Great, he's amazing. So I feel like I naturally had to crap on Tennant to like say Matt Smith's great. But ever since like Tennant came back for like Big Finish, I've just connected with my inner kid again. And I think Big Finish has rekindled that nostalgia. I'm like, wow, I'm having these stories with my childhood Doctor. And I feel like that's one thing I've taken away from this year, really. And Tennant, we had it so good. We definitely grew up in like the golden age of Doctor Who. Like, how lucky were we to have so much going on, so much content to enjoy?
14 episodes a year.
14 episodes, Doctor Who Confidential, totally Doctor Who, merchandise in every store. Your whole primary school, everyone was talking about it in the playground. Everyone had a Doctor Who lunchbox. It was amazing. Like, before I started school on a Monday, we'd do a little roundup of what did you think of Doctor Who. Like, I'd do like little reviews of Doctor Who back then. So it's amazing. Great. I've got such fond memories of it.
Yeah, it was such a great time.
Oh, amazing.
Yeah, and it really was an event Christmas Day, wasn't it?
It was great. I miss that. I miss having that. There's something quite comforting knowing Doctor Who's there. That was annoying because like, shh, Doctor Who's on.
Yeah.
But it's amazing. I mean, technically, Jodie's gonna have a Saturday episode, isn't she?
Oh yeah, it's her first episode on a Saturday.
Well, hey, so if she was leaving, she'd regenerate on a Saturday.
I do wonder when the centenary and the Easter special will fall on, actually. Because obviously with a Christmas or New Year's special, it'll fall on Christmas or New Year's Day. But with those, you got a bit more leeway there. So will they stick with the Sunday slot as a one-off, or will they maybe go Saturday, or what?
I feel like we stick with the Sunday for now.
And
then when Russell will go, I fancy a Saturday again.
Yeah, maybe.
But we've had that Superman thing, hasn't it? And I don't know if that's to test the waters to see whether Doctor Who can go back to that slot.
Yeah, that's going every Saturday. I think that did very well, actually, for the first. Like, the first episode of that got like double the viewing figures as it did in the US.
Jeez.
But I mean, that's also down to like people having to pay for it over there, whereas here it's BBC, so it's free in quotation marks. But I've been having a good time with that show, actually. 5 episodes in, it's a very good show.
I can't comment on it.
A good balance of like down to earth superhero life as a family, along with a good bit of mystery in there as well. Stage was hopefully RTD can usher in a new golden age. We can only hope.
We can hope for that.
What would your reaction be if the Sea Devils turned up in the pirate episode in spring?
I've heard rumours about that.
Oh, right.
I've heard rumours that the Sea Devils could be coming back.
It'd be an interesting one for them to turn up in.
Yeah, because isn't it about like Chinese pirates? Which sounds pretty interesting. Because like the Chibnall stuff seems to excel at like the historical stuff, and if the Sea Devils are in it, then bring it on.
Yeah,
but then again,
wouldn't mind the pure historical.
You think for like a special?
I don't think they would, but I'd like them to.
Do we know who's writing it yet?
Yeah, we had that revealed. I think it's like Emma something, along co-writing with Chris Chibnall. It's the only one that he's not solo writing.
Okay.
Let's see what's Ella Road. There we go. He's a new writer for Doctor Who.
I thought we'd have like maybe like Pete McTeague or like Ed Heim back or Joey Wilkinson.
Big Finish is going to have to get them to write their original series 13 scripts.
I feel like we'll definitely get like a lost season box set with Jodie, like season 23.
Yeah, that'd be interesting.
Be interesting. Here's a question for you, Luke. Thoughts on Loki season 1?
That is everything Doctor Who should be. Maybe not necessarily exactly, like, because it is quite different, but just tonally the way it presents itself, the way it does a 6-episode story. I think it's sort of watching that, like me and James, Giacomo Reviews, were discussing it. It feels like this is what Doctor Who could be, and it's a shame that it's not this. I think it was James who even said BBC must be kicking themselves right now that they've not done this type of idea as a master spin-off. But yeah, it is very good, very out there, very existential. There's a lot of questions about what's the point in everything, really, and reduce it.
Okay.
Yeah, it was a great time watching that one, and probably the one finale they got right with the Marvel Disney Plus shows for me. But at the same time, it's a season finale rather than a series finale, so maybe it gets a bit more leeway there. But yeah, I had a very good time with it.
Which did you prefer overall, the Third Doctor Adventures Volume 6 or Volume 8?
I'd say Volume 6.
I agree. I'll agree. I feel like I enjoyed Volume 8, but I feel like Conspiracy in Space let that box set down for me.
Actually, I feel like I prefer both stories in Volume 6 to Volume 8.
Yeah. I'll have to. Yeah. No. Yeah. I think I agree. Yeah. I do enjoy Devil Hoof Prince, but
yeah, I think Volume 6 is one that's grown on me over time, I suppose. Of like coming off of Primord and Scream of Ghosts, it sort of wasn't quite as exciting. But now, as I look back, I appreciate it more. But neither of them are a patch on Volume 7, though. It's the GOAT.
Well, Volume 7's the best one. Goodbye, Mr. Boncactus. Thanks for joining.
Well, thank you for joining us. RTD introducing Rufus Hound to the TV show would be my dream, said the stylish one.
No, that's hell. We shall not be doing that.
Moffat already did it with
Oh yeah, with was it the Woman Who Lived?
9.
Woman Who
Yeah,
Lived.
yeah.
That's as close as you'll get into
He played
that.
the highwayman, didn't he?
I can't even remember much about that story, to be honest.
No. I think who wrote that? It was a female writer, wasn't it?
It was a Torchwood writer, wasn't it?
Was it Catherine Tregenna?
Yes, that's it. That's it. That's one.
Yeah, there we go. Finished Game of Thrones yet, Ben, says stylish one.
I've really not. I don't want it to end and then just life. I should get back round to finishing. So it's one episode, so surely it can't be that bad. Like, apparently it's like a terrible episode, but we'll have to wait and see.
Yeah, peel the plaster off, get out of the way.
I mean, season 8 is pretty enough.
Stylish one asked a while back, which cover do you prefer, 6th Doctor and Perry or 7th Doctor New Adventures?
New Adventures.
Same, easily. I feel like 6th Doctor and Perry one's a bit dodgy in the...
It doesn't quite work.
Colour yeah, it's a bit too garish. A lot of it doesn't seem to come together the way it wants to. But yeah, Seventh Doctor New Adventures, that works perfectly.
What's your favourite Doctor Who books? I think The Vault's a good book. I know it's not like a storybook, but I think The Vault's such a great encyclopedia of Doctor Who history. But as other storybooks, Last of a Gathering, I think that's a really good one.
That's a Mark Gatiss one, isn't it?
Yeah, it's his love letter to the Pertwee era, and it's so good. You've got the Third Doctor flying a Spitfire. If that doesn't sell that book, I don't know what will. Festival of Death, since we were talking about season 17, that's a really good sort of story. Jonathan Morris's first ever Doctor Who story, I believe.
I think he sort of adapted that for Cobwebs, didn't he, in a way?
And I haven't listened to Cobwebs actually. Should listen to that actually, because that's a really Festival of Death's a good book. It's a nice paradoxical story. Really good sort of exploration of time, that one.
Yeah, I think that's Fourth Doctor and Romana, isn't it? Romana 2.
Yeah. I was tempted to review that in preparation for like season 17, but I feel like I've missed that now.
Yeah, I think it's sadly a bit too late for that. Yeah, The Monsters Inside.
That's a good book.
Yeah, that's like one of the few I've managed to read all the way through when it, so it sort of has to be there. Yeah, Prisoner of the Daleks as well.
That's a good
one. Yeah.
Plague City, again, really good 12th Doctor Bill and Nardole story. It's a good one. And uses the Plague Doctors really well, and they suit Capaldi brilliantly.
I mean, he dressed as one of them one time, so
again, Rufus Hound episode.
Yeah,
that was a deleted scene, though, wasn't it?
Oh yeah, it was. I think the Plague Doctors were there, weren't they? It's just that the actual reveal of him being one of them was deleted.
I can't say I remember. So,
because certainly you do see her children dying to the Black Death.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sort of getting in the mood to watch Visitation now.
That's a good one. I would like to. Oh, we could do season 19, ready for celebrate 40 years of Fifth Doctor. We could do that. TLS season 19.
There we go.
That's a shout.
I've just realised I've gone, children dying. I'm in the mood to watch Doctor Who story.
It's Christmas. Most wanted classic Who lost or alternative story to be adapted by Big Finish.
Certainly the vampire mutation, the original version of State of Decay. That's the one of the alternative versions that I'd most want, I'd say.
What would I want? I feel like a 10th Doctor lost story would be nice.
The Suicide Exhibition.
Yeah, I think that'd be quite an interesting one to experience.
I think that was brought up on a recent podcast, actually.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, Nick said he was down to do it, but I suppose it just comes down to other factors.
I feel like Mark Gatiss has been posting stuff of some of the stories he wrote. Perfect time for Big Finish. I think it was when he
Russell
did
wants to make it.
Maybe we could see those Moffat and Gatiss return. That'd be quite interesting. Bit of a shame Gatiss never wrote for Jodie.
Yeah. But yeah, I could certainly see him coming back with Russell. Because I don't think Mark ever wanted to stop writing, did he? It was just acceptance of Moffat's going now.
That's me.
I might not be asked back. Yeah, because I think he did Empress of Mars as his almost potential farewell, didn't he?
What a good one.
It was the one he wanted to do for a while. Now it's this might be your last chance. So we went and did it.
Hopes for the 9th Doctor and Brigadier audio.
That's good.
Yeah. I think, is it by Tim Foley? And is it a 2-parter as well?
Roy Gill. We don't know if we're getting a 2-parter in that set. We don't know if it's going to be the 1-parter or the 2-parter though.
Okay.
And it's out in February. We still don't.
Just have to wait and see. I'm surprised we didn't get details as soon as Lost Warriors was revealed.
It's almost been a month now since Lost Warriors.
Yeah, it'd be a month tomorrow, wouldn't it?
Yeah. It came out Doctor Who Day. So normally by that time in a month, we'd have had the 9th Doctor set and details on the next one as well. But here we are a month later. We know very little about old friends.
I think we got some questions about Lost Warriors actually, just further on in the chat.
Okay.
As somebody who hasn't got yet to get any 9th Doctor Big Finish sets, Lost Warriors sounds great and like my kind of audios, but I've heard very mixed reviews on this set. Is it worth it?
I'd probably say maybe better off starting with Responsible Calls if you want a 9th Doctor.
Yeah, because you start with that Flare of 2005.
Yeah. Or even Ravagers is a pretty good place to start.
I think get Ravagers because it's a slice of Big Finish history. I don't think you go to Ravagers for the story, though we really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
But
I think it's just a fun ride, really.
Did you say Lost Warriors was your least favourite of the 9th Doctor stuff?
I feel like it, to be honest. It's the set that I've struggled the most to get through. And certainly where maybe some of the cracks started to appear for me.
Sleep No More sequel by Gators on Big Finish. That'd be interesting just to see how that wraps up.
Yeah.
I mean, what format would it be? I suppose you could actually do find footage on that, actually. Do audio tape version of it.
I suppose the sequel doesn't even necessarily have to be that. It could just be a standard story.
Be interesting. I mean, we did get a Sleep No More reference in Empress of Mars.
Oh, did we?
Yeah.
I can't remember. What was that?
Because the Empress goes, "Sleep no more, my warriors."
Oh, I see what I thought you meant a proper.
No, we didn't get
something to do with the plot.
Sandman with dust in your eye.
Just a cheeky little line.
Oh, Pain Sideman is definitely pained by your thoughts on Lost Warriors. I loved Lost Warriors, especially with Sideman story. I feel like the Sideman story was the best one of the box set for me.
But the Pain Sideman, isn't it?
Yeah, quite literally. We had the Pain Cyberman in the story.
Yeah. That's probably the best trailer of the 3, though.
Yeah, I like that trailer. That is what's been your favourite Big Finish trailer of the year? I don't think we've talked about this, but I feel like we can now.
Yeah, maybe that one. To be fair, there's been so many this year, though.
Dalek Universe 2, that's been a cracker.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that was like the Day of the Doctor style one, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, 3rd Doctor Volume 3, that had a great one.
Volume
3, Volume 7.
That was good. Volume 8 was nice with like the Frank Bellamy Radio Times style. I like that a lot. That was a nice one.
Yeah, just quite a few. After the Daleks, that had a good trailer.
Yeah, that was a nice render of a Dalek and the TARDIS. That was good.
Yeah.
Genetics of the Daleks was a stellar video trailer, even though it was released last year. That was a nice trailer. That was a good trailer. How do you think Big Finish will tackle the Whittaker era? I feel like we'll get Sacha Dhawan.
Yeah, I feel like that might be one of the first things. I feel like Mandip Gill would be eager to return.
I feel like Mandip Gill's desperate to return. Even though she's not technically left yet.
Well, I suppose she's filmed her last scenes, I presume.
Yeah, true. Not broadcast yet.
Yeah, she certainly has said that if Russell wants her back, she'll come. So, yeah, I don't know. I could definitely see like some of the first stuff we get just be the Doctor and Yaz between Revolution of the Daleks and Flux.
I definitely feel like Jodie will be pretty quick to join Big Finish.
Yeah, I don't think she'll be as resistant. as Peter Capaldi has been, but maybe I don't think it'll be instant.
I feel like out of the Doctors we've got so far, I feel like she's probably be the next likely one.
Yeah. More so than Matt Smith and Peter Capaldi, I'd say.
Carvanista, Vinder, and Bell spin-off. I'm down for Carvanista.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Joe
And
Martin.
Oh yeah, that's
Yes.
really tough. And I think
can't-
she is again desperate to play the character.
That'll be an instant pre-order, that box set.
Yeah.
I'd love a spin-off with the Stenza.
Mm.
Tim Shaw.
Did you see Joe Martin shared on her Instagram a fan made Big Finish cover?
Oh, did she?
Yeah, she did.
Oh, that's really cute.
Yeah. So I think she's certainly all in there, knows what it is, and is happy to do it when they can.
She's probably DM'd him going, so when's this happening? I mean, I'm all for it, you know. I mean, you could get an actual Division spin-off. I think that'd be quite rich. Or we could have like a political spin-off with like Jack Robertson.
Not now, we can't.
No, not now, actually.
Some allegations were made against him.
Oh, all right, okay. I feel completely. Sorry. No, I didn't know. I didn't know at all about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not the type of cheery thing to get into on the Christmas
yeah,
stream.
That's not very Christmas cheery. So yeah, maybe
if you haven't heard about that before and you are intrigued, I guess that's probably not the right word, but if you want to learn more, there's certainly a lot of information out there, like different places reported on it. So yeah, I can't remember the actor's name now, but we won't say it anyway on air.
It's not not the place. I think Joe Martin and Sacha Dhawan will be like Michelle Gomez on Big Finish. Yeah, I feel like
was very quick, wasn't she?
Did we have? Yeah, because Missy was February 2018, was it? And then her last story aired July, wasn't it?
Yeah, and she was in River Song before that, January 2018.
Oh goodness, yeah, blimey, yeah.
Yeah, so she was like, July. So yeah, 5 months gap between finishing up.
That's quite a turnaround. Jeez. Yeah. I've seen very little talk on the Years of Martha box set, and what talk I've seen on timescales has been very mixed. I feel like everyone wanted that box set, and as soon as we've got it, people have been like, maybe it's not quite as good as we imagined.
I feel like it's one of those similar to the first Jenny box set where it's almost been so long that we've been waiting for it that it's now too little too late, maybe.
Yeah, that's a good point. Didn't you say like the stories feel more like companion chronicles, like stretched out to be like full cast? I saw somebody say that. I don't know if it was you.
What, for the Martha?
Yeah.
No, I haven't even got the set, so.
Oh, that's I don't know. Like you could have just been talking just general, but I've heard somebody say it feels like a companion chronicle story stretched to be a full cast, which I think is quite an interesting thing to say.
Yeah. Oh, I could see that maybe as an argument. Because I feel like often you would get in the companion chronicles stories like that with companions, like set while they're without the Doctor.
Thoughts on Time Lord Victorious?
I haven't picked up anything to do with it actually.
So that sort of just passed you by then.
Yeah, it was sort of, I just didn't really want to get into this massive web of spending money, really.
I mean, I feel like I dived in it enough. I got the books. I got the Big Finish.
Did you ever finish the third Big Finish?
I have finished it now.
It's
all right. It's all right. It's trying to be like a diehard.
I suppose. Would that make a good Christmas list?
Yeah, maybe that'll make a good Christmas list. I mean, I thought about doing like a video sort of rounding off Time Lord Victorious going, this is Time Lord Victorious on audio. So I think that'd be quite a good thing to do. But I feel like Time Lord Victorious was sort of come at the wrong time. We were in a pandemic. And I just feel like it was flawed just because of when it was released. 'Cause I think on paper it's a great idea, And
Yeah.
I do feel it was a bit of a shame not having Jodie in it. You
I
know,
think also
she's
it's funny to think that we had all that stuff with well, we got Paul Began as the audio doctor, and then 9th and 10th Doctors went books and comics, and then suddenly Christopher Eccleston joined Big Finish, and so it's like he just missed the boat on it. I mean, it might have been a well-dodged bullet there.
yeah.
But yeah,
I
I
mean,
think,
the audios aren't that great, I'll be honest.
no.
Genetics of the Daleks, that's all right.
Yeah,
The short trips are okay.
just feels like it's a bit too expansive.
I feel like they went too far on the multi-platform. I think if they limited themselves to go, all right, books, audios, fine. But to get a piece of a story on a T-shirt and like you have to buy these figurines to complete it, just felt overkill.
Yeah. But there was 2 different comic brands doing it as well, wasn't there? Like you got
Yeah.
it was the DWM comic strip and
Titan.
the main, yeah. Like even audio was split up because you had that just Demon Records one where it was the short story read by Jacob Dudman.
Yeah. Trying to remember what that was called.
Minds of Maddox.
Yeah, by Darren Jones.
He wrote the Cry of the Vulturous.
Really good story, that.
Yeah. But yeah, it did just feel a bit too expansive and sort of collapsed under its own weight, perhaps. But I'm saying this as someone who's not experienced any of it, so I mean, it could. I've heard some good things about it, but it did seem to just come and go.
Favorite individual cover art from Dark Eyes?
I
like the Great War from box set 2. Box set 1, sorry.
Yeah, that's a pretty good one.
cover.
Trying to remember some of the later ones.
I think Times Horizon from box set 2.
A Life in a Day.
That's a good cover.
Oh, Monster of Menagerie, is it?
Montmartre, isn't it?
Montmartre, yeah, that's it.
That's a good. That's
a very good. Like just the blood red Dalek with presumably paint dripping down the side of it. Yeah.
That's a good story.
Yeah. I almost wish they went more full on with the horror in that story.
But yeah, I think that would have been amazing if they did that. Might have been sick, but we didn't get it, sadly. Did you ever watch the CBBC edit of the first Tortured episode? It was never repeated, officially released. No copy exists online. A true modern day lost episode. It performed badly rating. Well, I never knew they did that.
I never knew that. That seems like a bizarre choice.
I guess maybe because Utopia came out and they're like, oh, we can put that on. I don't know.
I mean, do you think the idea was to try and do other episodes as well? Or...
How could they do episode 2?
Yeah, that's true. I hope they remember to remove the next time train.
Mummy, what's that?
Oh dear.
Yeah,
favorite.
sorry.
Like a watershed edit is one thing. I think they even did that. I remember seeing like a Tortured episode where they'd bleeped out some of the swear words. Yeah, like a CBBC edit though. That just seems weird. Like, yeah, I don't know. Everything changes, isn't it? In the first.
Yeah, I think so.
If TARDIS Wiki confirms.
I mean, speaking of Tortured, while you research that, would you ever consider getting any of the Tortured 1 or God Among Us box sets since they're going out of print?
I'm not really bothered by God Among Us, to be honest. I think especially with the whole John Barrowman situation at the moment. And it feels like they'll probably continue on somewhere at some point, but yeah, I think I've missed the boat on that one with Aliens and Gods. And then Tortured 1, not really too interested in either. How about you? I think you got Aliens Among Us, didn't you?
Yeah, I got Aliens Among Us when it was I think it was last year, and I just finished watching Tortured on iPlayer. And got that, continued it, and just other things came out and lost it. And now we've had the whole controversy with Barrowman. I don't feel that inclined to go back to it, to be honest. Personally.
I cannot find anything about that on TARDIS Wiki, but doesn't mean it doesn't exist.
The TARDIS wiki gods have failed us.
No.
Hot take, the early adventures don't need to be authentic to the era. They can also be bold and different, like the Black Hole and Crash of UK 210, and still work well no matter what.
I feel like Crash the UK 101 still has a bit of a 60s vibe to it, though.
Yeah, because it sort of riffs off some of the stories, doesn't it? Like the rescue.
And you can even see it almost being like a Peter Cushing reference with her books getting turned into films. I think, did they even call it like Doctor Who and stuff? I can't remember. I don't think
That does ring a bell. Does ring a bell.
It certainly does put you in that mindset when they talk about her stories being turned into films.
But actually, I feel like the early adventures are sort of, I guess you can have like the authentic stuff and do the wacky stuff. I think like if you strike a balance with the series, and you can, make it good for both parties.
Yeah. It certainly is one of my favourite Rangers. Always excited when we get an announcement of more of those.
Hopefully we get an announcement soon, because I feel like that's a range what sort of just limps on, doesn't it, really? It's been reduced from 4 to 2 now, and you're like, oh no.
Yeah. I think it's like an awkward time for it as well with the relaunch and everything. It seems like they're trying to get away from that style of story.
Do you think Big Finish will make a big box set featuring every Doctor they have in the same vein as Legacy of Time? They've definitely got a 60th plan, haven't they?
Yeah. I doubt it will be squeezed into one box set if they're doing that, though.
Do you think Eccleston will be in it?
I feel like he's got to be this. Like, they've got 24 stories being recorded up until into 2023 as well. So I feel like by that point they can persuade him to be with the other Doctors.
I'm sure Tennant's probably recorded it back in like lockdown 1, so I'm sure we'll have something.
We heard Tom Baker's already recorded some stuff for it, definitely.
Oh, probably like 5 years ago.
Yeah.
Which is crazy. Where else are we? In the old chat. Favourite Sixth Doctor Lost Stories cover, aside from The Ultimate Evil and Mind of the Hodiak? I would say The Guardians of Prophecy for me.
I'd maybe go Return of the Men.
Yeah, that's a good cover.
I think it was a nice idea, like that original white background style. But I feel like they all blur into one at a certain point.
Yeah, especially when you had like 4 series of it. What companions do you think each Doctor will have in the Big Finish 60th anniversary?
I don't know.
You're probably going to
get 9 in rows.
If it's if they have 9 in rows, it'll be one of their most sold Big Finish releases ever. I mean, did you see? Yeah, you showed the tweet of the most popular Big Finish releases of the year.
Yeah, that was. What was it? Ravagers, Responsible Calls, Out of Time 2, and Masterful.
Yeah, which is an interesting selection. Very interesting. No Dalek Universe, sadly. I thought that would be one of the heavy hitters.
Yeah.
Ravagers, I can understand. Yeah, that's an interesting one. Out of Time 2. How that? I guess it's one story. Just it did all right, really.
Yeah, but it's cheaper, isn't it? So more people are. You feel more comfortable spending what's it called on it?
Bit of money.
I wonder if they merged the vinyl and CD sales together for the ones that come out on vinyl and CD. So
they probably would have.
Yeah. But I suppose it makes sense because it is twice the amount of money for them.
Yeah. So it makes them go, oh, we're doing more vinyl.
you contributed to that twice with
Wow.
Ravages and Respond to All Calls.
Will I do it for series 2? Who knows?
We'll see.
Hmm. Do you think Marvel will finally get a 10th Doctor Adventure release? I hope so. I would love that. I
Fingers
think
crossed.
that would be a good thing to have.
Oh, we never talked about the companions in the 60th.
Oh, sorry. 60th. You've got to have Susan.
Yeah.
Got to have Susan.
I think maybe hopefully they'll mix it up from what they had in what's it called? Light at the End. Because I think they very much went for the go-to companion pairs like 7 and Ace, 6 and Perry. Maybe get some Mel in there for this time.
I mean, we've got a year of Bonnie, so
yeah, multi-Mel. Have her with 7 and 6. Have her meet herself.
That'd be strange.
Yeah, and I suppose get Sarah in there as well.
Yeah, I was thinking Sarah and Harry. That would be lovely. Have 10 and Martha in that. That'd be cool. Chameleon. That'd be nice.
Yeah,
something a little bit different. We can have the Brig in it now. That'd be cool.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, there's certainly a lot more potential. River, presumably.
Oh, River's definitely going to be in it. 100%. 100% River will be in that.
That'll be our first anniversary special.
She was in Legacy of Time, wasn't she?
Oh yeah. But that's not a Doctor Anna.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah. Then again, there's only in the context of what she can be in, there's only 3 of them.
I mean, every year seems to be like an anniversary, so it's fine.
Yeah, it's always something's getting celebrated. But well, next month it's 2 celebrations. Or 3 even.
Yeah.
Even though they're celebrating 20 years, 21 years after.
That's so bizarre. They should have released that this year, unless record it. They just couldn't record it this year.
Yeah. But it's still good to have it, but
oh yeah.
It just seems weird saying we're celebrating 20 years.
But not actually releasing it. We're releasing it. They could have released it in,
Yeah. I suppose being it's with the main range ending as well. I like you had them together in that for end of the beginning. Yeah, so maybe I thought it might be a bit too much or so. I don't know.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, we'll just go. Maybe plans were different before the pandemic when it came to how they would end the monthly range. But yeah, go on.
Thoughts on each second Doctor Lost Stories: Prisoner in Space, Rose Mariners, Queen of Time, and Lords of the Red Planet.
Oh.
I've not listened to Prisoner in Space because of its reputation.
Yeah, I haven't even bought that one. So
Rose Mariners is actually quite decent.
Yeah, I enjoyed that one. This was like my first taste of second Doctor like narration on Big Finish. I think I enjoyed Queen of Time more though.
Queen of Time is good, but I think my favourite of the bunch is Lords of the Red Planet because I'm a sucker for Ice Warriors.
I'd say my favourite's probably Queen of Time. But Lords of the Red Planet I did enjoy as well. I love getting the moon base costumes on the cover as well.
That was nice. That was good.
It's weird actually how they left the second Doctor off both the Rose Mariners and Lords of the Red Planet covers.
I guess maybe because he's on like the sidebar. It's all right.
Yeah, but he's still on the Queen of Time cover.
Yeah, because that's like the War Games photo, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, actually, the Doctor's always on every other cover as well.
It's strange actually. What audio gave you that? What the fuck did I just listen to? Feeling. It's the greatest. Is an obvious one.
Yeah. Nothing's jumping out at me at the moment.
Trying to think. What just happened?
Have you listened to that?
I've started listening to it.
You got quite a way through that set then.
Yeah, I've been going my way through Stranded.
Still yet to start that.
I think certain moments in Dalek Universe
No.
where you're just like,
Yeah,
wow,
maybe
whoa.
some of the reveals. It's like, wow,
Yeah.
they actually went there.
That's cool.
Certainly. End of Trojan Dalek.
What? Yeah, really good.
Definitely a jaw dropper.
What of a moment?
That's it. In a less positive way, Casualties of Time.
Yeah, I could see that. Secret to Beauty was
God
an
of
audio.
Phantoms.
Yeah, God of Phantoms. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, those are certainly the ones that stand out. Oh, here's one for you. Now they've all been revealed. Quickly rank all the history of the Dalek set so far, 1 to 8. Do you want me to throw together a quick tier list? I could do a quick one if you want to.
I suppose you could. Since it's Christmas, will you be listening to the most overrated Big Finish series of all time in the form of Jago and Lightfoot? Stylish one. That's disrespect to our wholesome boys. I should buy series 14 because there's a Christmas story and that isn't there. I should buy that. Buy that and listen. So if I buy that, then yes, I shall be listening to the most overrated Big Finish spin-off in your opinion.
Was Snow from Stranded a Christmas one?
Not really.
I
feel like they marketed it as it.
Yeah, it seemed to have.
But I
don't
feel like the story. I don't feel like it enhances the story or takes anything away by it being there. Like it's a weird one. Stranded 3 is such a strange box set. It's a strange set.
Is it your least favorite Stranded?
See, Stranded's weird because I might not be enjoying the story, but I'm enjoying what's going on. If that makes sense.
Yeah,
I'm enjoying the characters. I'm enjoying what they're doing.
I felt that sometimes in Stranded 2 and 1, so I can see where you're coming. It's a shame that it's losing the story aspect there, though.
Like the story seems to be more prominent within Stranded 3, which is great. I love it. But I think because we've had so much time away from Stranded, it doesn't quite work. Personally. And this is a good point. Do you think 8th Doctor Adventure should be released closer together like Dalek Universe rather than all spread out like Stranded? Yeah. I think that's what made Dalek Universe keep its hype and momentum and why it became one of the best releases of the year, personally. So I think that Dalek Universe is definitely the way forward for Big Finish in terms of like releasing stuff.
Yeah, but then again, it seems like they're doing even less of that style as well, doesn't it?
Thoughts on Time Jack?
Single one, similar to what they're doing with the 9th Doctor.
Yeah.
But yeah, sorry, go on.
Thoughts on Time Jack? Yeah, it's all me. Well, you make your tier list, so I'm
getting that.
Which one are you on at the minute?
I've just saved 5.
Okay. Thoughts on Time Jacked? I think that it was a good experiment. It had the ambition, didn't quite land it for me personally. I think that there is an idea what's great. Sadly, I don't think the execution is there for it, personally. And you can see that it's trying, and I think that it's all right. It's not the best release. It's not the worst release. It's just average for me, personally.
Well, should I throw the Jungles of Mechanist Dalek set in?
I think that's a little bonus one. You can throw that in. Hopes of future 11th Doctor and 12th Doctor Chronicle box sets. Well, what would I like for those box sets? from those box sets. 11th Doctor. I feel like 11th Doctor. I'd like a Translator set, but I feel like maybe keep that for Matt Smith.
I mean, they've already done a book of that as well, haven't they?
Yeah, that's a good book actually. I enjoyed that book. Thoughts on a Life of Crime, Fiesta of a Damned, and Maker of Demons. You can get involved now.
I'd say what? A Life of Crime. I remember not enjoying too much.
Yeah, I don't like that one.
No. Fiesta of the Damned, I think, wasn't too bad. I feel like that was one that fell apart in the final part.
It was the best of a trilogy, I think.
I think Maker of Demons had a fair bit going for it as well. But again, that was one that sort of maybe lost in the final part. It's been a while since I listened to those ones. I just remember it not being a great start for those ones.
Pain Simon, honestly, I get it, but I'm glad we get any form of 12th Doctor content on Big Finish. Yeah, I'm the same because I'm a big fan of the 12th Doctor. So anything with Capaldi on the cover, I'm like, I will get. And I enjoyed the 12th Doctor Chronicles box set 1. And I like the ambition, what they're going for, the Chronicles set now, especially with the 12th Doctor. So I'm still going to keep buying them because that's what I do. I just, I like to have something a bit different within them. And any 12th Doctor content are good, like you say. Ain't it crazy? We have Sideman stories of each third Doctor companions. Yeah, Bluetooth with Liz. And then, of course, we have Times of Logic with Joe. And then Scourge of Sidemen with Sarah. It's incredible. I mean, very good stories, all of them, actually.
Yeah, they are.
Scourge of Sidemen, actually, might be one of my favourite releases. It's definitely one of my favourites, actually, of the year.
It is brilliant. It really certainly took me by surprise.
I think because it slipped under the radar.
Yeah.
People don't read. Oh, go on.
It takes a while to get through as well. So I suppose because just the nature of an audio book, it's not something like some people could sit there and listen to an audio drama all the way through in one sitting. I think less people can do that with a 7.5 hour audio book. I'm sure there are some that can and did, but there's less of that trickled through. Any requests for what the tiers should be called?
Just do your magic, and we'll do this tier list, and then I think call it a night. I think.
Yeah,
that'd be a good place to close it off.
I think we'll just go for the standard coloured tiers. I think
standard coloured tiers. Okay. You know, our idea was the golden age because you could get a Laszlo and Destroy Cassandra figures. Exactly. We don't get that now. We don't have a Bating, but we have, of course, Destroy Cassandra. Have you ever tried to compete in the Pulse Drag competition? Not me.
Yeah, I have a couple of times.
Thoughts on Time of the Doctor and the Snowmen? I enjoy them. I think they're good stories, personally.
Here we are.
Oh, you've done it. You've done it. All right, I'll load that up, and you can do your thoughts on some of these questions.
Yeah, okay. I'll quickly have a...
While I load it all up, and you can have a look on the chat.
Would you ever consider going back and making main range overviews for monthly range years before 2017?
That'd be a cool thing to do.
Yeah, I mean, I've got, starting from 2015, I think I've got them all. So I can certainly do 16 and 15 at least.
Yeah, we can do that. We shall do that at some point. Add it to our list.
I mean, we've got no more rain range now, so it'd be good to fill that void.
Exactly, yeah.
Steelbook tier list someday. I mean, I haven't got any of the Steelbooks, but have you got every single one?
Yeah, I'm one of those mad people who has all of them. Oh, what's going on here? All right, I'll load for presentation mode. Have we got presentation mode? Oh dear. Where is present? Oh, I think there we go. Right, I'll screen share now.
Yeah, so I basically just copied the Dalek tier lists for the.
That's fine.
titles.
It does the job. It does the job.
Yeah, it's a last minute thing,
Last minute thing.
just for a bit of fun.
What's the worst audio you've listened to? Ooh,
Ever.
ever.
Casualties of Time comes to mind, but
Really?
I
Gosh.
don't, yeah,
I feel like a Philip
there's probably
one.
worse. I feel like they have some redeeming qualities though, even if it is dragged down by a lot of other stuff. But yeah, here we go. Supreme Being, amazing, great, meh, and great space dustbin. Fire
Right.
away. You're the one who's got these in
Okay.
hand, though. It's all yours. Where's the
I
Mechanist
feel
going?
good.
I
I feel
think that
kind
was
of
one that
sacrilege saying this.
everyone loved it at the time, didn't they? But I feel like people turned on it pretty quick.
I think my problem with this set is the blue. What these Daleks should be the chase guard. If it was the chase guard color scheme, it would be Supreme Being. But
Ooh.
I like having them because it's such a wild card thing to have, and it's a great little loophole for us to get movie Daleks. The Dead Planet set for me. Oh, do I put it there? I really like it.
There we go.
I put it there.
You weren't sick of 60s Daleks at this point.
No, because it was like the first one and the new shiny silver, so good, and having the Dalek with a smaller eye looks so menacing and creepy. I love it. It's great. I can't go
They
wrong with that.
also have like the numbers written on them.
Yeah, you've got 1 and 2, which is a nice little touch.
Yeah, it's like a prop, isn't it?
Yeah. Then History of Daleks set 2. It's meh.
Oh no.
I like because I've got the original Supreme. That seems like a flex. I'm sorry. It just seems.
You got the black and white one as well, haven't you?
Yeah, I've got the black and white one
Flex
as well.
even more.
I can flex. I'm like, it just for me the original one's the definitive one. The smaller people doesn't quite work on that Supreme. I feel harsh putting it because I like the drone. I might change. I'll put it good. But I don't know. I'm really torn. I'll keep it there for now. I think the chase one, that's amazing. Because the chase guard's great and the 60s drone Dalek's good. Just a shame about the midsection being a very sort of pale grey and it's almost white. And that's what lets this set down, which is probably the worst history set. Because the midsection doesn't complement the black and blue. It's such a pale
contrast.
It doesn't quite gel together. The Pyro Flame Dalek, he's nice, but we've got him already, so it's a bit of a shame.
Even I've got him, so
yeah, exactly. Even Luke's got
it.
I think the power set, pretty good. It's nice to have a bit of variety because I think the history of a Dalek set up until that point we thought was the budget line where it was like characters who could make easy buck and that money will go towards new head sculpts for figures. But this set proved that characters are willing to put money in the history of the Dalek set and give us a mutant scoop. Granted, it should have come with a mutant. And apparently if you keep the mutant in, the arm will warp over time, so don't do that. But yeah, it's a good set. The evil set, it's on the same level. It's on the do I put it?
It's like the point of getting sick of 60s Daleks now, isn't it?
You're like, that's that. It's all right. You know, the drone Dalek's my favourite because it's like a nod to Corgi and Product Enterprise. But other than that, it's all right. It's good. It's good. You can't go wrong with a Dalek set. But this is an easy one. It's amazing. It's great. Well, it's a Supreme Being, I should say. To have an updated, altered Supreme what's accurate, and to finally have a gunmetal grey drone Dalek. Chef kiss. It's amazing. I love it. It's one of the best sets of character options I've done Dalek-wise. And then the little dark horse, the planet set, I think it's got to be there. Because the mutant reveal. Yeah, I thought I'm a big fan of mutant reveal Daleks. And this is the closest thing we have to it in like classic form, really. And I love it. And I think that, again, gunmetal grey Daleks, not my Pertwee bias coming out, but I think that they are stunning figures. They could have altered them a little bit different, just to add a bit of variety, but I'll take it. Great figures. So that is what I think of the history of the Daleks so far.
There we go. I suppose we'll have to throw sets 9 and 10 and so on here.
Yeah, keep it updated.
Go back to it. But that could be your thing at the end of every History of the Daleks set review.
That would be a good way to do it, yeah.
Hot take, History of the Daleks set 8 is my least favourite Dalek set. Yes, the Mutant and Hinged Head is cool, but it's my least favourite Dalek design, and they're both basically the same.
I see that, but I'm just happy to have dollies. I can see that point.
Yeah. Another hot take from Stylish One: the Mechanist Dalek set is my favourite Doctor Who set ever.
Yeah, I mean, it's good. It's good, but then again, you know, it's got the same thing. What you say about Planet Daleks, it looks the same.
Yeah, there you go.
In the back, there.
Back on you. And
thoughts on the black and white version of classic Doctor Who figures? It's a shame they didn't carry on as like a little novelty.
Did they not sell that well, do you think?
They probably mustn't have sold that well. But now I don't know what's more rarer, the black and white or the colour versions. I think the black and white ones will, over time, become the rarer ones because people aren't that interested. So I think they will become rare. I mean, the War Games TARDIS works very well with the black and white second Doctor. Oh, but the difference is one of the best Dalek designs, rather one of the worst. The movie Daleks look amazing. It's not a movie Dalek. It's not got the claw. Yeah, I mean, I'm just gunmetal grey Dalek fan, so that's where it is. Daleks are tanks for me, not colourful things.
Yeah.
But yeah, movie Daleks are good, and yeah, it's the closest thing we're going to get to a movie Dalek.
True.
Best incarnation of the Master, Delgado.
Do you think they'll go back to that sculpt actually and do the Weetabix Dalek?
That would be nice if we did a Weetabix Dalek. I would love that. I would love a Weetabix Dalek.
I think they should try and team up with Weetabix, get a Weetabix cereal with that Dalek on the side of it.
Oh, that would be great, and that'll be worth a fortune because somebody will keep it boxed and somebody will pay silly money for it in the future.
Okay, and the Weetabix will rot.
Yeah, and it'll be in a Ashens video where he'll be reviewing it.
Oh dear. No, it'll be like your Doctor Who cookies. You'll have to eat the old Weetabix.
Oh no, I'll get food poisoning. Hope for future B&M sets, Blue Peter Dalek. I would like to see some comic Daleks. I think that'd be great. Like, there's a purple Supreme with a gold claw from Emperor of the Daleks, I think it's called. 7th Doctor comic. That'd be nice to have.
Yeah. I mean, we've still got quite a few 60s companions too, haven't we? Like, we got Ian, but no Barbara or Susan yet.
Yeah, I feel like you need a Jamie. She looks a bit lonely without Jamie, so I feel like you need a Jamie.
He's the only one without any companions now, isn't he?
Yeah, unless you put like the Brig figure next to him.
Yeah. Maybe a Web of Fear Brig. Could they do that?
Yeah, that'd be nice. Yeah. That'd be cool. I mean, they've done like the beige look of the Brigadier. In like the 2018 B&M set. Have you guys heard of Security Kitchen Productions? No, I haven't.
No.
I'm going to check them out. Most wanted new series novel to be adapted by Big Finish. Eccleston one would be cool. Prisoner of the Daleks would be cool. I think it's probably
Sting of the Zygons.
Yes, that'd be a good one. That'd be a nice one to have.
The Zygons.
Yeah, that's a good shout. Was Monster Inside one of the only novels to reference it in a TV story? I feel like it probably is.
Because it's got the Blaverine in there.
Mm.
Then but yeah, I think, is it also properly referenced on one of the TV episodes?
I think Boomtown, I think.
Yeah, it might be.
I think Boomtown it is. I think there's a reference in that.
Yeah.
Oh, really? They're adapting Virgin books are excellent. Definitely check them out. We'll go and check them out after. Yeah, but definitely look into that. Would you guys ever consider reacting to Zyger when you isn't big enough?
And I think that's a bit too
I mean,
too much for the PertweeSmith11 channel. It's
back
not,
in
somewhat family friendly.
we try and be family friendly here. I think back in 2015 when we did like the Hevian High Council, we did talk about doing it, but I feel like there is not. I mean, maybe if we reach a milestone, and if people want it, we might risk it.
So how are we doing on subscribers? Speaking of milestones,
Speaking of milestones, we are 8 people away.
So
we haven't quite reached 2K, but it's all right. We still roll.
What were we at the start of the stream?
We were on 190, I think. Game 2.
Okay,
I think
that's good.
Yeah, we're going. We're still going up there, but I think it's getting to that time of night where we close it off and say good night.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to get an 8 in the next.
No, we're not going to get 8, sadly.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think thank you everyone who has joined us for this little
putting up with our biscuit shenanigans.
It's been fun just having a good old chat with the chat, really. So thank you everyone who's joined us, and thank you everyone who's posted questions. We've had a lot of fun. Hopefully you've all enjoyed it. Why was Christopher Eccleston the only in one season of Doctor? I feel like that's Mel. I feel like that's got to be Mel. I feel like she's playing games there. Because he was too good for Doctor Who. He had to go and do the one season.
Yeah, one and done. Leave them wanting more.
One and done, yeah.
One very good one and done.
Yeah, very good season. Yeah.
Glad to have you with us, Pains Cyberman. And Merry Christmas to you too.
Merry Christmas to you, Pains. So I'm glad you enjoyed. Mel, that was your comment, I swear. I've just got a text saying, promise that comment wasn't me. I think it was you.
Oh.
There you go. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas, fake Jay. Yeah. Merry Christmas, Irishman, and Happy New Year. I mean, apologies if you are actually James. I apologize if you are somebody actually called James.
Yeah.
And I'm just
a poor individual.
I apologize. I'm sorry, but I feel like there's something else behind there. Yeah.
Thank you for everyone. Exist.
You do not exist. Yeah.
Oh, I forgot one final little fun story, I suppose, to share before we end off. So, what is it? Work in a school, and as we have the build up to Christmas, they were doing little party games and such. One example was like musical statues, musical bumps, things where you play Christmas songs and they get to dance to it. I got to DJ this, I suppose.
Okay.
I was in charge of just selecting music and then pausing it at the right moment.
Yeah.
I snuck in Song for 10.
Oh.
No, so I was there in a hall watching children dance to Song for 10.
What
and no one seemed to bat an eyelid. No one questions this. Because it's one of those weird things, like, you grow up thinking, oh, it's just a normal Christmas song, and you find, no, it's specially composed for Christmas Invasion.
Oh, yeah, what a good one that was.
That was a surreal moment, I suppose. So,
yeah, I think that's a good way to close it. Love the biscuit tier list. It was amazing. Yeah, I'm glad you enjoyed it. A nice bit of fun, nice bit of festive fun.
You all simply have a wonderful Christmas time,
and we'll see you very soon. Hopefully for another stream before the year is out. Hopefully, fingers crossed.
Yeah, don't know quite what it'll be yet. We've got some options there, and then maybe kick off 2022. Sorry,
what year, madam? What year is this?
It all blurs into one now.
That's fair enough.
Yeah, pandemic's ruined us.
Quite literally. But yeah, we'll see you all very soon. Wish you all a Merry Christmas if we don't see you before, and Happy New Year.
Yeah.
Have a good one, and we'll see you very soon. Bye bye.
Take care, everyone.